Hey everybody, we're early, and by we're I mean I'm back. So maybe not. Hold on, here we go. I need to tighten this, and adjust this, and tighten that. Hi everybody. So how you doing? I'm doing fantastic, and by fantastic I mean. So, they're not here yet, but I'm back. Election's over by a lot, and yeah, here's where we're at. I wanted to talk before they got here because they upset me with their policies and their politics, but third parties are stupid. Anyway, hi, I got that over with. I still love Marcos, but how y'all doing? I'm doing better. Better than I was a couple days ago. Yeah, talk to your people. And I'm back. Election's over. I said I'd be back. And then I'm going to be gone for a bunch of holidays. But in the time in between, I'll be accessible and I'll be here. I spent a lot of time on the campaign trying to get things to go my way. It obviously didn't. Piece of shit. But that's why we have free and fair elections or whatever. Doesn't always go your way. In Texas especially doesn't go your way. But I chose the hardest battles almost immediately. So, yeah, it's good to deactivate your socials for a while. And so, like, yeah, you're supposed to get used to losing, but God damn it, you got to win one or a couple. And we did win a couple. We win a couple things that were important. We held on to things, at least, that were important. But otherwise, gonna be tough times. And I got really, really sad. And I don't know, you might have even heard it on the last episode. You might have heard they closed the door after I shouted "fuck" when Ted Cruz won. That was that first fuck. And then there was some assorted yelling and crying afterwards that was behind my bedroom door. The first fuck was in front of my work computer, which is in the den area. So yeah, so hey everybody. I like I said, doing better than that day, and talked to my dad, talked to my mom, talked to my sisters, my brother a little bit, and my girlfriend, of course. And whew, if you follow my Instagram, the phrase that came to mind immediately is "gird your loins." You got to get ready to gird your loins, folks. And what that means is you got to protect your balls. Well, technically, the idiom right here, to gird one's loins, prepare oneself for something difficult or challenging, which I don't know why out of all the things that were to come to mind, that was the first thing. And then it also, this like art of manliness fucking infographic from like 2010. Wow, it's making it smaller. Nice. There we go. How to gird up your loins. You get your tunic and you hoist them up, pull them forward, get them back, and it allows you to wear a tunic and protect your balls. And yeah, no, I get it. It feels like it's a whole South Park episode. It feels like it's fake. No, it's very real, folks. And if anybody knows how real it is, it's fucking me. Because I've been living in the Project 2020-2025 prototype state for 9 years. And you can see how it went from comfortable to really uncomfortable really fucking quick. And I gotta tell you guys, you gotta be prepared for that shit. But before I want to get on, the reason why I'm starting early so I can have some uninterrupted time with my thoughts, with my feelings. The thing I really want to get out, and the thing I need to address as the Mexcellence, I'd be fucking remiss if I didn't, was Latino males voting predominantly Trump or favoring Trump more. Anything I would say initially would not be anything you haven't heard already, which is like, oh, well, they're working class people, and you can't be isolating them or making them feel bad for who they are. They're Christian, and they tend to favor Christianity, and Republicans spend a lot of money trying to reach them through Christianity, and therefore participating in a patriarchal society, and so therefore they couldn't vote for a woman of color or a woman at all. And I don't know about Puerto Ricans specifically, but God damn it, if not 100% of them fucking voted for Kamala Harris. then fucking they let me down more than I could even guess that they would, because you know me and my fake rivalry with Puerto Ricans. I like to kid a lot about fucking with Puerto Ricans, but damn it, that one's rough. If they can't get on, they can't get that on course with 100% calling their land trash, which, you know, I could joke about because I'm a fucking dumbass guy on the internet, but when it's on a national fucking stage, that's a little bit different. But the one thing that I pulled from all this was that it's from my story. And so that's why I want to tell it. And I told it on my podcast at work. I have a podcast at work that I had to cut short because we were running long. But this is my fucking podcast. So I can say whatever the fuck I want. And I'll start from the beginning, which is my grandfather. That dude was a macho. That guy sheared sheep, picked all sorts of fruit, worked with his hands and his body and his labor. And his dad was even crazier, worked probably even harder. And he worked hard, and he had a certain way of life. And he had certain ways he treated people and things, and the way things, had certain ways he did things. And then he had my dad, and my dad worked picking apples when he was 5 years old, grapes and assorted other fruits beyond that age. And his big dream was to have a job where he was in air conditioning. That was his aspiration. And he got that by the end of his career. By majority of his career, he worked at a school and as a union organizer. He was in air conditioning. He got it. He got it down. And then he had me. And that guy, my dad, he was a pretty aggressive guy. And, you know, would get angry and he, but the thing was that from what I know and what I experience and what I think and see is that he was a percentage of what his dad was. My grandfather, rough and tumble guy, you know, like a man's man. And my dad, when he says that, kind of makes me laugh when I think about it, because my dad was a book learner. My dad was smart. My dad was like there's an article we clipped from the newspaper when he was 7 years old, and it says, you know, Gilbert wants to be a civil engineer. And it's just him drafting or writing something. And speaking of Puerto Ricans, he looked Puerto Rican. He has like a tight curly fro because he had real curly hair. And then he got a job in air conditioning. And then he had me. And he had his upbringing. He grew up in the projects. He grew up rough too. And not on the farm, then the projects. And then he would wonder sometimes why I was so soft, for lack of a better term. I was a good kid. I didn't lie. I didn't cheat. I was a good kid. And one time, and there's one story he told me that I remember after he told it. I didn't remember during the time. I was in like a youth league for basketball. And there was a kid who was participating with us, and he was physically disabled. He physically disabled. He had like a crooked leg, and he walked with like a limp, and he kind of trudged up and down the court. But it was a fucking grade school, 5th grade basketball tournament type program, right? And we're playing ball, and by the way, basketball is my dad's fucking sport. Like, he taught me everything. He's good at basketball. He was a good shooter. He was a good defender. And so this is his sport that he's trying to teach his son at 5th grade. And that kid is running up and down the court with us, and he's lagging behind, but I'm a chubby kid, so I'm as fast as he is. And the ball bounces off, and we're trying to get the rebound, and we're fighting for it, and everybody's fighting for it, and the kid falls over, and we get the ball, and they start hustling the other way. And I know to hustle the other way, but I see that kid fall down. And I stop, and I help, and he's on the other team, and I help him up. And my dad from the audience was like, "What are you doing? What are you, get on defense?" And then he caught himself. And he was like, "Oh shit, this is my son." And like, he had this realization that, like, he wouldn't do that. Like, himself, my dad would not do that for somebody else. He would be ultra competitive, and he would fucking take it to the limit. And he sees his big ass tall son, a son that's taller than he ever fucking was and ever could be, who could be good at basketball if he tried a little bit, not play hard on defense to help some kid. And he accepted it, But I know he was confused by it, like why I was so soft and gentle of a person. But growing up myself, I had his example, and his example was also rough and tumble type of guy, and I thought that that's what I needed to be. My dad's my hero. One of them, one of few. My brother as well, other relatives and people. And within myself, I had to wonder, how am I going to be a man? And being his son, I got into my teenage years with a lot of anger and sadness and just like teenage angst, and I had football for a little bit, and it was misplaced, and then I got to college, and then I didn't have football anymore, and I was just kind of angry, and I was able to do things like get good grades in school and keep my schedule and do all these things, and but I was still angry and trying to figure things out and wondering why things didn't go my way. And even when it came to girls and stuff, I was like, I was nice enough, but I had no confidence, and I'd be like, why don't girls like me? And I'd be weird and obsessive and kind of creepy. I wouldn't say creepy. I don't think anybody's ever called me creepy, but I would say some of the ways I thought about women could be seen as such because I didn't have any experience. I didn't know. And I had to navigate that until I found a girlfriend the first time, and she kind of righted a lot of those wrongs, and I finally was like, oh, this is how you talk to women, and it's not their fault that they're not sleeping with me. I was being weird. It's my fault. I was being weird. And it took that first time, it took a long time for me to be with a girl and admit that it's like, oh, I was being fucking weird, and I was being wrong, and I was being incorrect. And that took a lot of effort to be like, oh, women aren't all bitches. Not that I thought that, but I was getting there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I already had that. I figured that out, I should say. And then I already had that women are strong and can be strong. My mom, my sisters, my grandmothers, they're my aunts. They're all strong women. So I'm used to it, and I know about it. And so them being strong or independently strong, not a problem. I understood that that was the way it was going to be. Just the way it is. Strong Mexican women in my family. Try to find, in my cousins, find one without a graduate degree. Like, you can't. So, educated, smart, beautiful women. That's what I was raised with. And here I am thinking, oh, women are all bitches and stuff, and then getting mad and blaming everybody else but myself. Then finding a girl, you know, being with her. She teaches me good lessons. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's strong. And that doesn't work out. I get sad, and then I float through space, and then I start my journey, and I try to start figuring things out. And then I joined a therapy. And that was where the fun begins, as Anakin, to quote Anakin Skywalker. And that's when I started working on myself. And that's when I started realizing that I was angry a lot. And I was possessive a lot. And I had so much desire, and I was trying to be like, oh, I want these women to stay with me, and I want to be loved, and I want to be admired, and I want to be looked at, and I want to be appreciated, and I want to be seen, and I want to be felt. And that's why I want to say a lot of guys start fucking podcasts, you know, especially a 24-year-old who didn't know much or know anything really about himself, and who thinks his opinions matter more than others. And then that transformed into, you know, to give myself some grace, opinion that could help. That's what it turned into. And I went to therapy, and I discovered I was angry, and I discovered that anger is sadness, and I discovered I was sad a lot, and then I discovered patterns, and then those patterns turned into other bad patterns, and then I saw how to undo some of those, and I saw how to fix some of those things, and then, you know, just kind of retroactively go through all of it, right? And it's kind of funny that the last therapy session I had before the election, I made a very good realization. I'm being so fucking honest with you guys right now. Why would I not be? There's not enough of you watching. I'm not famous. It's just you all, the people that care about me and my crew, enough to listen and watch, and listen out there. I remember you listeners. I was in therapy, and to make a long story short, I got bamboozled by my therapist to admit that one of the things that has prevented me from losing weight. I've gained a lot of weight, guys. I'm unhealthy, and it's been bogging my mind, and it's been scary because not that anything's imminent, but it can't be this big and not have something imminent. But that feeling of imminent failure, death, health failure, complications, etc., that took a lot of my capacity and my mental capacity. And I got bamboozled into admitting and wondering why I was always so emotional all the time. And I go, why am I so emotional all the time? And I wish I could control my emotions a little bit better. And I wish I could take small inconveniences and not overblow them out of proportion. And then she goes, you say being emotional's like a bad thing. And I'm like, well, yeah. It's not bad to have emotions, but it's bad to feel them so far this way, or so far that way. And then I said this, and that's where she got me. She goes, I just wish I could be like Trump supporters who could just yell at everything and be able to express myself with such hatred and vitriol and loudness and fury. Because that's what I feel a lot of times, and I can't express it like them because I'm a Chicano male in the States, big as fuck, and I could be seen as a threat at any time. As jolly as I am, I'm so cute, but I know what I am. And she goes, well, here's the thing, Sam. They're not mad at anything. There's no Muslim terrorists running around all crazy, sneaking into places. There's no immigrants raiding the border. There's no, no crisis for their religion. The things that they're worried about is not real. And she goes, you worry about real things. You worry about your family. You worry about your health. You worry about your well-being of your girlfriend. You worry about the welfare of the people in your state and the people around you. And I got to thinking, and then my brain did its thing, just started firing everywhere. And when she said that, and she said my health at the end, my health and my weight, which I'd brought up to her a bunch. And then I realized, and then I started crying, of course. And I was like, I promise this gets to a point. I start crying, and I start wondering why I've been so scared and what I've been scared of, and wondering if you're always going to die because you're so fat and unhealthy. And then having life's worries on top of that. It's a lot. It's fucking a lot. Lord knows what would happen if I didn't have this revelation and reduced my anxiety level before it just shot up again with all this craziness. But the thing I said to myself in the midst of my tears was that I'm not a coward, was the phrase that I was saying to myself about myself. I am not a coward. I am not a coward. I'm not a coward. I'm not a coward. And what that means was I've been cowardly towards my weight. And a lot of times I've been cowardly about my feelings and about my needs and about who needs me in the world and who likes me and who wants me, but more importantly, who needs me around. And I've been afraid to admit that people need me. Some of you out there need me. My friends need me. The people that I work on behalf of in the state of Texas that want progress and want good things to happen, they need me. And the people around me need me around to take care of myself. And that's helped a lot in the last couple days. That to know that I'm needed, or rather at least to remember, and to understand that I'm not a coward and I'm not afraid. Cut to all these white fucking Trump supporters who didn't do a goddamn thing, a bit of work regarding that. And you can include in Latino males as well that didn't do any of that goddamn work. They talk about a male loneliness epidemic. They talk about, oh, men just want to be men again. And the moral that I just showed you, and what I just revealed to you about cowardice, is that it's cowardice to fear your emotion. It's cowardice to think you can control everything. It's cowardice to fall into the trap that the patriarchy and hypermasculinity and general masculinity has fucking put you in. because my dad undid half of my grandfather's, and my grandfather undid half of what he did, and it was still pretty fucking bad sometimes about how a man should be this and how a man should do that. And how my dad was confused that I'd help a fucking kid with a disability up from a basketball game during a basketball game. Sportsmanship, you know? But he didn't have that luxury that I do to sit back and learn. And that's due to him giving me the opportunities, and my mom as well giving me the opportunities to do well and do good. And so now we're at an impasse where Chicanos, white guys, not really many black guys, they showed up. They showed up and did the shout out to black guys. They did what they needed to do. Black women, fucking always doing what they need to do to help us. Latino women, mostly, but hey, we gotta talk. That's another conversation for another time. I'm not gonna be talking at you. Once again, I respect Latino women, but y'all gotta have some conversations amongst yourselves to figure some of that out. But then you talk about, you know, like I said, the men's loneliness crisis, and you talk about the manosphere and how Joe Rogan is like, you know, you could be a man, and Andrew Tate's like, you need to be a man and you need to have lots of women, and then you go as far as the Christian nationalists that are like, you know what you need to do? You need to own women and people and the libs, literally for the first two, and then like figuratively for the libs, to the point where like this one, the guy who killed Osama bin Laden wanted one of these liberal young kids who was doing the debates, saying he wanted him to be his concubine, like literal sex slavery. That's where they're at. That's where that side is at, and it's eating them alive. This patriarchy, this hypermasculinity bullshit. It's eating them a fucking alive. And part of me is like, it's tragic and we need to help them. Part of me is like, let them fucking burn and let them choke on the poison. But all I can do is control myself. Surprising, right? Control myself. Not being a coward to do so. And not being a coward and not being afraid to take responsibility of what I lack and what I need to do as a good person, let alone just a man, in whatever definition you want to see that as. And these people don't want to do that, and they refuse to do that, and they're afraid to do that. And what's even weirder is that it's coming from a place where they need a daddy to tell them things. Like you saw Tucker Carlson talking about, we need to spank women, and we need daddy, and daddy's going to be in the house, and they're talking about Trump being daddy. I hate to say it, that's just no. We're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that those types of things. But like, you're telling me that you need somebody to tell you how to be a man and what to do. That's fucking pathetic, and that is cowardice. To I don't know. My dad kind of said, to be a man, you do your thing. Hey, he didn't tell me to be a man, you need to do this. There was one time my uncle was chatting my ear off. His brother was drunk, chatting my ear off, and we're talking. He's telling me, you need to do this, and you need to live this way, and you need to do that, and you need to do that, and this is how the guy does this, and this is how you do it. And he wasn't being bad, or it wasn't bad advice or anything. It was just, he was saying all the things I needed to do. And I go like, man, your brother's I'm doing something right now. My dad was just like, well, I didn't raise you guys to listen. I raised you guys to be men and to do your thing. And that's what I do. And doing my own thing has always been a gentler type of way. And for a long time, I fought that way. And I tried to be hard, and I tried to be tough, and I tried to be grittier than I was. And I tried to be more masculine by those definitions, by the definitions of society of what a man should be. The post 9/11 era was hard for men, for boys. And the moment I gave up that delusion that I needed to be this Mr. Macho, or that I needed to do these performative things to be a man, is the moment I actually became a man. And it hasn't been until the last few years that I've been a man, really, that I could feel myself feel like, okay, I need to, what my definition of a man is, which is just doing the things you need to do taking care of the people you need to take care of, loving the people you need to love, and being good-hearted and respected in a way that, not that everyone respects you, but that the people who know you can find respect for you very easily by doing good things, by doing things the right way, by being good to people, by not spreading rumors or being a snake or things like that. And what we have right now is just a bunch of fucking people, a bunch of fucking guys that post-COVID, where there was a deadly disease, the economy's been dog shit for a while now, jobs are hard to find, everything's in tumult right now. Everything's just fucking topsy-turvy. And they cowered into Trumpism, and they cowered into Nazism, and they cowered into fascism because those three things and all the podcasters that go along with it promised them that they'd be saved. And they're not gonna be. And what's happening is that they're doing it at the expense of the people they love. They're doing it at the expense of women. They're doing it at the expense of gay kids and trans kids and adults, both of them. They're doing it at the expense of black people and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Haitians and Cubans and Dominicans and El Salvadorians and I don't even care for half of these five kids. I don't even care for half of those groups. No, I'm kidding. No, and they're eating themselves fucking alive. So if I can take away anything and give to you from this whole fucking catastrophe that's going to continue for years and years and years, it's going to get bad. And one is to fucking gird your loins. Seriously, just be ready. Be ready in any way you can be. But that's one, gird your loins. Two, deny masculinity and the patriarchy. It doesn't make sense. And it sounds so fucking, I'll just say it as the old school brain, you know, oh, disabled, of course. That's not, that goes without saying, but it does bear saying because disabled always get fucking forgotten. But, you know, that sounds like some hippy dippy bullshit like, you know, man, fucking fight the patriarchy, man. Shit. I'm not that guy. Y'all know I'm not that fucking guy that's gonna be like, hey man, peace and love, bro. Patriarchy's keeping us down. Nah, it's fucking killing you guys, man. It's fucking ruining your shit. It's ruining your fucking lives. Believing the bullshit that these people tell you. Do you think any of that stuff that they're being promised is gonna make you happy? Do you think dominance is gonna make you happy? Do you think actually, as a matter of fact, do you think you're gonna make the money that you think you're gonna have to be dominant over people? To get away with treating people like this? Because Elon Musk can get away with a lot. He's got $1 billion fucking dollars. He's getting away with fucking straight up interference with that fucking lottery in Pennsylvania, whatever the fuck he was doing. You fuckers don't have that. And I know I'm not talking to any of my fans because I've already culled all the dipshits out of my fandom because y'all are fucking cool. But I want to harden you guys in the sense of solidifying, not making you tougher. I want to solidify you and harden you to the fact that this masculinity is going to fucking kill us. It already does. It already has historically between wars, between smoking, thinking smoking was cool and lungs being taken out, alcoholism in the Chicano community. Are you fucking serious? How many fucking of our uncles and dads and grandpas have fucking died because of alcohol? That same story? Fucking alcohol. My grandfather fucking died from too much of it. Because that's how he lived. He lived hard. And he had nobody to tell him that maybe wasn't the best way to live. But you can't fault a guy for doing that. But we should know fucking better by now. We should know fucking better. And we should act fucking better. And we can. And we will. So I'm with you to the end of the line, baby. And I ain't gonna be a fucking coward anymore. I'll tell you that. And I highly suggest that you people out there also don't be cowards. Because this is not the time for cowardice. If you're strong and can be strong at times, most of the time, be strong and do what you need to do. If you need to be weak, be weak. And allow yourself to be weak. Because what's happening is that these scared whites and scared Latinos and scared Trumpers, they are so scared of feeling weak. And it's causing all this fucking trouble. And it's causing all this fucking pain. And it doesn't have to. It really doesn't have to. Because I could tell you this. I am weak a lot. I've been weak for 2 months in this specific podcast realm. I couldn't come on again because I was so fucking tired and beat up from life, society, and my inability to figure out how to get our numbers bigger and provide good content for you. And you know what was great about this community and what was great about all that? You all let me and didn't make me feel bad about it. And that's why I love all of you, because you get it. Because you guys all fucking get it. And if you guys can get it, that means other people can get it too. You just got to tell them and you got to teach them. And we got to do it step by step, day by day, like the theme song to Step by Step. I started early so I can get on my soapbox. And hopefully it made sense. Hopefully you reject fucking patriarchy and masculinity in these times. Essentially what I'm saying is be gay, do crime. But more importantly, don't be afraid to be gay. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Because for a long time I was wondering why I can't be tough and why I can't provide and why can't I make all the money and why can't I do all the things that society told me to do.
You're saying a lot of wrong stuff.
What are you talking about?
I ran over here because you were saying a lot of wrong stuff. Literally ran here. Sorry, guys. Hey, we're fucking up by not embracing masculinity. You're not supposed to run from it. It's part of us. It's who we are. And you're actually being masculine. It's not you're being macho or not being macho. You're being masculine by wanting to protect people. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So embrace it. It's not a thing to run from. It's a good thing.
But it's not inherent. Wanting to defend things is not inherently masculine.
It is inherently masculine.
No, but it doesn't.
That's why we go to war. That's why we defend people. That's why we do what we do.
And women don't.
Women do too.
So it's but it's not. So then it's not masculine. If we're defining it by like such as such, what I'm saying is that to fight, to will, to do those things is not inherently masculine because everybody does those things.
Inherently human, I guess, but you can't say that it's not part of either of our DNA. And I think that a lot of leftists are pushing everything slightly masculine away.
But no.
A dude can't work out without it being part of the manosphere. Dude can't get into history without it being part of the manosphere. Fuck, I watch a TikTok channel that's just called Something for Dudes. They try to say the dude was conservative, and all it is about picking up sticks that look like swords and dropping big rocks into ponds.
But you know that because it's been poisoned. That well has been poisoned.
How has it been poisoned? It's just what it is.
Because the other side has weaponized it against us, and those things and those
You're not supposed to let them have any of those spaces.
But they have it. And
no, they don't. You can take it back in every form. In every form. There's
right. Listen, though. You're right. No. I'm not arguing with you. That point. Okay. That it's not inherently. Those things aren't inherently theirs.
Yeah.
But they are at this moment in time because me and you, guys like us, me and you, we don't see it as such.
Well, we have a very small reach, but it's because overall in the zeitgeist, we push everything masculine as conservative when it's not the case. Rock music is not inherently conservative.
Right. But they're talking about where like
UFC is not, and MMA should not be inherently conservative.
But he made it that way.
But almost half the fighters are liberal. Literally,
but he made
the champion from 155 is a Palestinian.
Right, but he made it that way by being what's his name, Dana White made it that way.
Yeah, but that's always been the case. In everything from the NFL to the NBA. I mean, what's the name of the NBA? The Clippers owner that was literally an outright racist.
Yeah, and he's fucking gone. They got rid of his ass.
That's still that was like 10 years ago. Like it's still in the DNA of most of these places.
Right, and it's not good.
You have to like have a dividing line at some point, or else what are you gonna do? Not interact with society? Everything at some point has a well of it's bad. Like that's just the overall toxic society that we live in. Our phones come from China. At some point, someone is making money billions of dollars off the shitty, like just us doing like this shitty crown came from China.
What are you getting at? You're not getting at my point at this point.
No, that I'm just kind of like, when you try to say like, oh, Dana White's a bad person, so you shouldn't watch UFC, despite the hundreds of stories of leftists that are just trying to like get their point across, it's not the way it should work.
But here's the thing. It's over. They won. So we're fucked.
It's not over.
Hold on. I did this early so you guys didn't have a fucking say because I knew I was
need
gonna
a
get
fucking
it.
say in it, because that is the problem, Sam. That is exactly the problem. You didn't want to have a discussion about this, and that creates a bubble. Both sides creates a bubble, and they both think they're automatically right. You have more in common with Trump supporters than you really think.
And I would rather burn them alive if I have those in common because of what they stand for and what they say they stand for and what they're doing and what they plan to do. That's not me. We could have things in common. Yeah, sure, great, whatever. They could be people just like me that believe in the same things I like the same music I like all those things. No,
things in common.
No,
they want a simple answer. It was never going to be simple. This is going to be decades. It's going to be our children's fight.
And what I'm saying is not incorrect. What I'm saying is, look what it cost us. Look what masculinity. Look what those tenets.
Look what
it cost
from
us.
Masculinity cost us. It cost us this election. Retreating from masculinity. Instead of embracing, instead of trying to reach out to 50% of the people in the world or in this country, we just shut them all down and ran literally the same campaign from 2016.
And I'm going to be okay with those people being like, oh yeah, women shouldn't have the right to their bodies. I'm supposed to entertain that.
That's not even something they care about.
That's something that they voted on, though.
And everywhere that was on the ballot, it didn't pass.
Except for
even in places.
And the places where it should have passed, it did. Florida, 57%, because the Florida people made it 60, because that's what they want. The people want it, but guess what? The people that are going to be in charge, they misguided them, they lied them, and they baited them with that masculinity. They fucking baited them. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not
masculinity.
Yeah, saying that you can control and win everything and have all the money. That isn't a fucking grab. That isn't power.
That
isn't power. Misguided. That isn't the fault of masculinity?
No, because it comes from religion, which is a different toxic
What do you
group.
think that fucking is? What do you think? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? There's no fucking women in that trilogy. There's no women.
We literally should pray. I don't know what to tell you, because we pray to Hail Mary, and I don't know what to tell you.
And they don't fucking listen because they think it's God and they think it's Jesus, and they can bastardize it too in that way. Because yeah, Virgin Mary, cool, great, she gets a story for Mexicans, but they voted against their own best interest and their people. How the fuck can I forgive that? How can we fucking move past that? How can we say it's not the fault of religion, patriarchy, masculinity? How can we say that deception was based in those things? The deception.
We literally created this place in 2024 where I don't want to say we, because I really was hoping you guys would win. I just knew I couldn't take part in it. But we just sat on the side and thought, like, as long as we play towards the moderates, it's going to be okay.
I didn't say that was a good idea.
I know you didn't say that was a good idea. This isn't on you, Sam. The only way that this could somewhat be on you is in the sense of, like, you have dipshits in your circle. We all have dipshits in our circle. No one is perfect, and you are a popular person that probably can reach 5,000 people on a given day. And not all of them are going to be perfect. In our families, not all of them are perfect. And we need to be able to stand up to them and be willing to have the discussions instead of shutting them out.
I didn't say anything about shutting them out. I'm saying
this is me personally telling you that you mute people in a way because you don't want to have this discussion.
Why negotiate with the people that know what they're doing?
Because
because I know they know what they're doing. I'm talking about.
They don't know what they're doing. Half of them don't know what they're voting for.
But that's what I'm talking about with the people that were misguided, the people that didn't do the work, the people that were deceived by these things. I'm saying that that's the threat that they were deceived by. The threat they were deceived by was masculinity. I'm not saying masculinity is a bad thing. I'm not saying I'm saying patriarchy is a bad thing, but I'm not saying masculinity is a bad thing. Chopping wood, listening to rock music, driving fast, liking cars. Those things aren't inherently bad, but they have been bastardized, and they are currently bastardized.
And
currently
bastardize
exactly.
Because Hassan is right, and we need leftist men to take that space back.
Exactly. I'm not saying that, but I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you think I'm trying to say.
Because when you were saying that masculinity is, this is what you were saying when I was in the car, and I literally sped here and then sped ran here. Damn, I just got my voice back. But when you were saying masculinity is bad, that like every aspect of it is just like creating an us versus them mentality isn't going to work, because the real lesson to take away from 2024 is that people are just people at this point. Like in every demographic, including white women to Native Americans, there is a shift that you can't see people, but you can't break people down by their demographics anymore.
Right, and so that's the thing. You could have been to see. You could have been to see the first time they won, but this is what they know what they stands for. And what I'm saying is that, she knows what I'm talking about. But the idea is that the deception that's there is through those means. It's like for young people, especially young 18-year-olds that don't know any fucking better. They don't know better. They don't. They're like, ooh, it'd be funny for the meme if he was on Joe Rogan, she was on Joe Rogan, and then she didn't go on Joe Rogan. Okay, I'm gonna vote for Trump because it's a fucking game. Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit.
That was her one aspect to talk to white men.
So to go and be like, oh, but she had to do it on. She gave an option, and then he was like, no, you have to come to me.
They were both being divas about it. 100%.
Exactly. So, but it's okay. So the white man gets to tell where the black woman needs to go and be and do. Joe Rogan's nobody. He's a comedy.
Joe Rogan is a nobody.
He's a comedy guy, and she's done X, Y, and Z politically and for people and for stuff. He's an entertainer.
I mean, by that logic, so has he. He has so many charities that he's ran.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's not.
But the idea is that he was like, you need to come to me. He's being a diva about it, and she was being she was running a fucking campaign, for Christ's sake.
But I mean, his logic was pretty solid in the sense that it's like, I want to do it my way, which is, it's fair. I think that it's fair that the way that both people played that.
That's not what this is about. We're not talking about fucking Joe Rogan. He is a piece of shit. He's nothing. He's nothing. He's influential, yeah, but he doesn't deserve it, I don't think. And he's gonna misguide. And he misguided a lot of people for a long time on vaccines, on other shit. He's misguided. He's let people talk that shouldn't be fucking talking. And I'm not talking about people that have other opinions. I'm talking about people that's talking about drinking bleach and taking shit up your ass to heal all your ails. You know,
as far as it comes to Joe Rogan, he was one of the most powerful leftists 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah, and then he gave that up because he saw cash. And you know what?
I don't think he gave it up for cash. He was literally pushed out by this culture that I'm talking about. And it's going to continue to happen. At this point, I'm literally opening Twitter today and seeing everybody jump on Hassan, who's probably the last masculine, strong leftist that we got.
Well, that's because it's easy for him, because he's just fucking he says whatever, does whatever. He's extreme in his ways in terms of Palestine. Like, I'm not saying that's extreme. I'm saying that he's open about it in a way that is extreme compared to others. But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, what I was saying was that the things that we consider masculine aren't even masculine. They're just people things, okay? And that, like, the things that we talk about and the responsibilities we talk about. And the moment we can release those from that framework and they can just be things, if people could just be people in that way, if we can release the framework of, oh, this makes me a man, this makes me masculine, this makes me strong, this makes me a earner, a breadwinner, then we get rid of all these fucks that think they can control things over and lord over other people.
But I mean, Sam, everything about masculine culture, I've never used it as a form of domination to anybody
else. You could at any time. You're just a halfway decent person.
But that's the crux of it, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's you are supposed to gain power and learn how to use it. That's the point of being wise.
But you don't have to. Well, you don't have to.
You don't have to be a good person 100%. You can foul run everything that you want.
No. But you don't need power to be good. You don't need power to be gentle and loving and kind. It takes some strength to do it out of bounds and out of ways. It takes a lot of strength
to do all those things, Sam.
Right.
At some point, you will run into a wall that it's just, you will need to be, whatever if you don't want to say it's masculinity, it's fine. But you are literally attributing those things to masculinity. And I just don't think there's anything wrong with doing these things, whatever it may be. I would even encourage women to do it at the end of the day, or any of the other they them genders. Like everyone should work out, everyone should read, everyone should learn history, and if we did, we wouldn't be where we are today in general. Because literally, one of the articles I was reading today is like people getting fucked by the tariffs they just voted for.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. What I'm saying is, they knew what they were trying to do.
I don't think they did. I really don't, especially by the fact that 20 or 30 million people voted less than last election. Like I don't think that people knew. You know how I sadly hit the wall of what was going to happen? I asked a friend that's not connected to the internet, like doesn't read memes, is hardly ever on Facebook, only posts a picture of his kids. I asked who did he vote for, and he told me Trump, and I was like, we're fucked. And it's just a matter of like, Kamala didn't run the kind of campaign.
Am I supposed to like him? Am I supposed to feel for him?
You're not supposed to like him. He's a friend from my hometown.
No. But what are you telling me to feel about somebody like that though? Because I'm telling you.
I'm trying to tell you that the average person in the United States, as we just saw, because we just saw a Republican win the popular vote for the first time since 2004, they just went with their gut instinct of, I don't like the way things are today, and they did not look at any of the issues, including the issues that you are right will hurt them.
And where did you think that comes from a government level, from a societal level, from a Christian nation-esque structure?
I mean, I literally...
This is America. What America is.
I work with mostly 80% women, and most of them were going to vote for Trump.
Are they white?
No. 1 white, 3 Hispanic, 2 black.
So are you telling me that the Patriarchal Society, the Founding Fathers, the Patriarchal Society of America, if you do nothing with it, will vote for an authoritarian right-wing dipshit? That means it's bad, dog. That means it's bad. I don't know what to tell you. That means it's bad.
I'm telling you that the Democrats didn't run a campaign that spoke to the average person.
I don't give a shit what they did. They fucked up. That's the end of it. Okay. They fucked up. That's the end of it. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people that matter.
And I'm telling you that to the average person that isn't motivated by any of these things, it was no plan versus plan. I hate the plan, and I didn't vote for it. I'm not that person. You know I'm not.
I don't know what you are politically. I don't get it, and I never will. And that's where that portion is going to end. I don't get it, and I won't, and that's okay. Because I like you as a person, and you are not evil, and you do what you think is right, and I can accept that with a real hard pill. And I'm okay with that, because I love you, and you're a good friend.
You literally can go through any of the issues, and I'll probably agree with you. Probably outside of guns and I don't know, maybe
I know,
some geopolitical.
I know, but the things that the way it gets expressed. I can't agree. I don't agree with, but that's okay.
What do you mean? What way is it being?
You voted third party. That's the way you expressed it.
Yeah,
and it don't make no sense to me. No, I don't. No, I know. I don't get it. You can explain it to me, and I don't get it.
Dog is still having a master and being a dog.
I mean,
this isn't a political party. It's a patriarchy conversation.
This isn't a political party conversation. It's a patriarchy conversation. Being master's favorite dog is still having a master and being a dog, and that's what we're talking about. Latinos with Trump, right? That's what I'm talking about. People needing guidance and seeing him as a savior for things that aren't going to save them, because patriarchy is dad, is the person ahead of you, is the person above you, and if you're not willing or able, well, there's a reason that there's not able. It's education, that they're not able to discern these things, because we don't teach our people. We don't spend money on education. We don't pay teachers. We don't do those things. That's where I live. That's where I live in my
have the opportunity
policy, right?
To teach people that disagree with us every day, and that's where I'm at. And I do that.
We can't teach them to read. We can't teach them to critical think.
You can get them books. I do all the time. I get my dad books because my dad's retarded. I'm sorry, I shouldn't use the R word, but yes.
But you see but that's part of it. Those are the things, right? But those are the things.
I've caught you using that word a month ago.
Do I do it on air? And do I apologize profusely every time?
I am sorry that
because I'm in 8th grade. That's my 8th grade brain, and I say this is my 8th grade brain. It's this and that, but I never say it on air because at least
my sister was on the fence and she campaigned for Hillary.
But
I'm just reading what the chat said.
No. I'm not doing this because of that. I was almost done, and I just wanted to be fucking done with it. I wanted to say my piece, and I know I'm right.
But that's the problem, Sam. I don't even know that I'm right at the end of the day. I'm willing to listen to everybody's conversation. And I do know for a fact that Trump, everything of that opposition is wrong. But I do know that when you just run on the idea of nothing to believe in, just like we're not that, isn't going to win either. This is a terrible situation that we have to be, that we're in, and we have no choice, but you're right to fight. But at this point, we got to start opening the doors and having conversation. That is fighting, because
Right.
We're not going to storm the Capitol. We're not them.
Right. And my conversation is, look at your fucking selves and look inward. Look at yourselves and look inward. And the thing that you think you need to be, you don't necessarily have to be. As you don't have to run shit. I'm saying broadly. I'm broadly. Both you guys even. You don't have to run shit. You don't have to be the breadwinner. You don't have to be tough. You don't have to be strong.
You do need to be tough, 100%.
Hold on. No,
this world fucking sucks, Sam, and it crushes dreams. You do need to be tough in this life. We are literally on the precipice of a lot of bad things are about to happen. You do need to be tough, 100%.
But you know what's better than being tough? Is being kind. And you can be kind.
It takes you, Sam, have you ever been kind to an enemy? Have you ever apologized to someone?
Me? I apologize to plenty of people.
When's the last time you apologized?
Fucking my girlfriend, probably on something I misspoke on. Hell, there's people out there for saying the R word off air. You said I did, and so I apologize right now for saying it off air.
Well,
but what I'm getting at. No, you gotta be tough. That's fine. No, that's one person from the chat, not the chat. One person from the chat is saying. No, but that's fine. Serenity, I don't agree with half of what Serenity says anyway. And I like you, Serenity. Thanks for showing up. I don't get what you say half the time, but that's okay. I like Serenity, but that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the patriarchy. I'm not talking about toughness as in the ability to endure. I'm like the ability, and toughness is what you're saying. Ability to endure. The world's gonna be shit, and we're gonna have to fight. I'm not saying don't fight. I'm not saying don't have grit. I'm not saying don't take it sitting there. Just take it sitting down. I'm saying the toughness. I'm talking about the poison toughness. I'm talking about you have to be a strong weightlifter. You have to make money. You have to lord over people because people think that tough people do those things and that strong people do those things. And strength comes in a variety of different ways and flavors and actions and being. And toughness gets misconstrued. And the thing is, you can misconstrue the definition of toughness all you want because you have your definition of tough because you're a reasonable person, but not everybody thinks like you. When they think tough, they think angry, fury, aggression, and ownership as toughness. Football, slamming heads, penetrating the defense, getting in the backfield, causing a ruckus. That's what toughness means to the people, to general populations. And you don't need to be that. Not everybody's gonna be that. And I'm just saying that it's valuable to not need to be that when you're not that. And there's a lot of people that think they need to be tough, and they're fucking thinking that they need to be a proud boy, and that they need to own women, and that they need to disenfranchise them to be tough, and to be owners, and to be strong.
There's plenty of people that want to be tough, and they end up as anarchists. They end up as part of the black bloc. Like, you need people like that. At the end of the day, like, you are going to find yourself in some tough situations where it is better to be tough. I know that it's a dumb phrase that a lot of people use, but it's better to be a warrior in a garden than it is to be a gardener in a war. Like, it's the truth. At the end of the day, you got to be ready for everything. Because God damn it, man, like this is tough. I didn't expect that I would be here at 30 something, that it would be worse than Bush.
And here's the thing: you can be tough, and then you're still holding on to that idea, and I reject that for everybody. There's people that will be tough and that can be tough, but you can't be tough all the time. I'll just say that at the very least, you're not tough all the time.
No, I don't think. I think, and this is where you go full circle. I think that sometimes being tough is saying that you need help. I think being tough is sometimes that it's okay that your wife makes more. Like, it's okay because it's all being part of a team, you know? Like,
which was the point I was making to begin with.
No, but I'm just saying you can't, when you attack masculinity in general like that, that's why kids 18 to 25 didn't vote or voted as they did. They don't have, because I know from my job at CPS, a lot of people don't have role models, so they're going to gravitate, and there's a lot of grifters.
Right. Oh, I know that. That's what I'm getting at. I just didn't say this explicitly.
I understand that, but I'm saying that you can't tell people don't be a man. It's what the correct message is: be this kind of man.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying in the middle that you missed. I literally said that my definition of a man changed into what I become, and I didn't become a man until very recently. In my own definition, that was outside of what I thought I had to be. You missed that part. Maybe it was literally parking and walking up the stairs. But
no, I heard you say that about yourself, but not every. You're getting to the flower before you get to the bloom and the sprout and everything else. Like, you, in order to get to a full point where you're being vulnerable and showing emotions, like, you have to learn how to have the emotions. And then, I mean, I can say this probably, like, with what you've told me about therapy and what I've been through with therapy, we weren't taught very well.
I said that. I literally told the whole story about where my poison came from. I literally explained
I understand that, but then I just want you to understand at least my point, that it's just like, don't tell people not to be men, tell them to be this kind of man.
But I was just getting to the point. You know what? I didn't say no be men. I said I said don't fall for masculinity and the lies that it tells you. I didn't say don't be a man. Because I ended with saying I'm my own man, and my dad taught me to be my own man. I still use the term man. Because I know what the fuck I am. I you know what? As much as I love the LGBTQ community, transgender community, I'm not a they, them, and I'm not a he, they, and I'm just not that.
But there's a line where, like, saying things in general where, like, masculinity is bad, when it's just kind of like, no, just toxic like, there's a difference, right? Like
But as it is right now, people are wondering, is there a fucking difference?
Yes, 100%.
But they're not being shown that by what the masculine people that have taken it from good, decent people, definition, they're using it to control and to overwhelm and to abuse.
I understand where you're coming from, but I remember in the course of this election trying to talk about one of the most masculine persons in the world coming out in this election, Jesse Ventura, in support of this. Like, no play, nobody cared, nobody said anything, nobody reacted. Like, there is examples on the left of the most masculine people that do use that energy to protect people, and they're not using it to control people.
Right, but I'm damn sure that they did work that isn't strictly that they didn't go from being big rabble rousers in the 80s to still being the same person. They probably did some internal looking and found their way in private that allowed them to use it for good. Otherwise, they probably would end up like Hulk Hogan and use it for bad.
Well, Jesse Ventura was coming out for gay rights in the 80s.
Right, because he was a good person.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan wasn't.
No, Hulk Hogan is a terrible person, and him and Jesse Ventura hate each other. So.
Right. But that's what I'm here. What they say. Yeah, there's supposed to be a fucking countdown. I know. Wasn't the point. But once again, you missed the point.
No. I'm just trying to say, and we were almost there at least, and I feel like that's the compromise, that there is a difference between toxic masculinity and masculinity. And you saying, what's the point? Is just going back to square one when I'm just saying that's my point.
I'm saying what you're saying is not right at this second. It used to be, and at this moment it's not, and we need to get back to where it was. That's where I'll agree with you, in the sense that, to go back to the audience, to go back to what I was doing, so you can give to the show. That was a roundabout way of going in depth to something that I was just going to leave alone and explore at a later time. But hey, we explored it now. We're simmering down now. It's time to simmer down. I don't think, just to round it out, I'm not gonna attack your point, because I'm not gonna. There's no point. I don't think that there is a difference between toxic masculinity and masculinity at this moment. I think that the right has poisoned it. I think that Republicans have poisoned that well. And I do agree that we need to take some of those spaces back, and some of those forces back, and some of those practices back. Chopping wood, making fires, having whimsy. Lord of the Rings antics, if you will. Like what Aragorn and Boromir, and Legolas, and all those guys do.
Boromir's probably not a good example.
Well, he gets hit by arrows. Take an arrow. Take an arrow. And the Hobbitses... Eat lembas bread.
Probably a good example.
Eat lembas bread. Smoke pipe weed. Fucking have a great time. Eat salt pork. It's fucking great. We can get back to that. But what I am saying is I went the other direction for a reason. I went hard the other direction for a reason. And that's because I want you to just challenge where we were. Get over here, drag it over, and we'll be somewhere where we used to be and where we could be, which is that you can have a lot of Ron Swansons. What's the actor's name?
I don't know.
What's his actual name?
I haven't hung out with him in real life. And I don't know.
Nick Swartzen. No, not Nick Swartzen. No.
Nick Swartzen.
Offerman. Nick Swartzen is a comedian. Nick Offerman.
I think they're both comedians.
Yeah, but one of them says the R word. That's a joke too much. But like Nick Offerman, that guy kissed a dude on a show, and he's pro gay rights, and everyone thinks of him as the Mr. Manly Man. And
Sam, I'm the only one in this room that's kissed a dude.
No, I was the dude.
No, I kissed. Did we kiss him?
Yeah.
Oh, I've kissed two dudes. See?
That shit's gay. But see, no. But like what I'm saying is, no. I'm saying that he is seen as that ultra masculine thing, and then does things that people don't expect, and it's positive.
What I'm saying, that it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it comes from a weird point where I don't see it as like stratified as you do, because I had really butch gay friends. Like, they were dudes. Like, they were like.
Yeah, but also, Marcos, let's just be real. Masculinity is tied to a lot of your identity. People look at you and they go, "Man,
yeah,
it's really hard to fight. It's really hard to fight it." And it's always been that way though with you. You've always been pretty tall, and you're military, so of course they see you as such if you wear your stuff.
But I wasn't always military, and then it just always comes from a thing where it's just kind of like, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I said, I do think that difference needs to be made, because somebody needs to reach into these fucking pools of idiots and tell them that they're wrong.
Right.
That's the reason that Bernie would go on Fox News, and at the end of it, I would definitely have friends be like, "I didn't know Bernie was like this," and I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking idiots! If only you had gotten into the primary." But it is what it is.
But I'm gonna fine. Let me ask you this last thing, and then we'll just call it, and then we'll go to the show. Why were you so panicked when you came in when I said don't be masculine?
Because I think it's the opposite message that people need to hear right now. I think that the message that people need to hear is just like, it's okay to be masculine, but these are the causes you should fight for.
Are you worried?
We do need masculine people to fight for gay rights, to fight for trans rights, to
of course.
take back the border, to take back all this other stuff, because we are behind the 8 ball right now.
But what about you? I'm worried that you need it. I worry that you need masculinity. That you need it as a definition that can't be bastardized. Because
Sam, I just said I kissed.
I know, but you worried so much about the title when I was okay. I was talking about kissing dudes in the sense of.
But I've literally done that. That's the difference.
But in the sense of like me saying rejecting it would be what people perceive as, whether it be embracing femininity or abandoning masculinity. You were really, really like, no, we can't lose it ever.
Because
and I was like, that's weird.
We lost because we literally came to this this culture of it's not leftism, because I'm more left than liberal, of this culture of neoliberalism that was just kind of like, if you don't check all these boxes, you're out. And so already beginning in 2020, it's bad to do this, it's bad to do that, it's bad to do this.
Like what?
Like I said, be into the UFC. Like, you already have a distaste for it. Like, hunting is another example. Being into
sport hunting, and using history to, which once again has been bastardized by white people or white supremacists being like, oh, isn't Italian Renaissance stuff great?
Literally, my favorite TikToker is a white dude married to a black chick, and he got pushed into conservative spaces because they said he was being racist for just talking about Nazi soldiers in a historical context.
Yeah, but I can do that and not be swayed like that. I'm just saying. No, but what I'm saying is,
he's if this is the spectrum, he's right here. Like, that's, and he's getting pushed more and more because they don't do that on the right. On the right, it's very much like,
but they They need bodies for the fucking machine, man.
I understand they need, but so do we. We need to start extending an olive branch to certain spaces, and one of them is you can't win an election by saying 50% of people are bad.
Well, they are, because they want the fascist.
I don't think that many people voted like this.
Well, I don't think that many people voted, period, but people who did voted for a fascist.
Well, that probably is still like 20%.
I'd rather get the people who didn't fucking vote and be like, hey, get your shit together and say all the things I was talking about
That's
versus
why.
fucking those
That's how you
motherfuckers.
won in 2020.
Well, that's the thing. Well, don't say we and you, motherfucker. You're not us. You're not us. You voted something else. You're on some other team that loses all the time.
I'm on that team because
You're not on my team. Shit.
This team has gotten really distasteful because over the course of these 4 months, it became things like, if you support Gaza, then I don't know what to tell you. And then literally Kamala telling people to shut up. Her wanting to build the Trump wall. It was just case by case by case to a point where it was just kind of like, yeah, when you cut down your base like this, who's going to vote for you?
Well, we saw what happened, and we know. I mean, like I said, I didn't agree with everything, but it was the close. It was not going to be fascist or rapist or anything like that.
And I understand that Trump is 100% the worst thing.
Right.
But if
I
this
was
is one
willing...
less worst thing, because everything else is the same from immigration policy to Ukraine, then I, of course, went third party. I didn't have a choice.
You did because
this would have been a Band-Aid so we could go to brunch and ignore politics for 4 years, but it wouldn't have fixed the system.
But now you get to say that you didn't do the thing that could have actually done the change.
This wasn't going to be a change, Sam. I don't believe that Kamala is the kind of leader that would have passed any of that legislation.
Well, not with the Senate, Republican Senate and House, but the idea being that Ukraine would be alive and Palestine will not be glass. Wouldn't have been glass. Now it's going to be glass, and now Ukraine's going to go having a God knows what. And
Kamala was huge on Israel.
By voice, but you can convince her otherwise. She didn't seem committed. She
was pretty committed to it.
But look, now we know. Hey, Palestinians, sorry. I don't know, but at least I can say that.
That's actually true.
What?
All of the MAGA did kind of. It's not fucking true.
It's not fucking true. No, they're liars. They're liars. But hey, man, those people, they are trash. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. You can't vote for a fucking fascist and someone who says that I deserve to be fucking deported, and that's the end of it. That's and you just said the things I said, but differently, with a few inflection point differences.
The biggest difference is masculinity is okay.
Not at this second.
No.
That's what I'll say. Not at the second. Not at the second.
We need people, bro. Like, we need to extend
right,
this
but the ones that are embracing it right now need to chill the fuck out on it and embrace a new version of it. A version of it that is good and accepting. The one that we live already.
Yeah, and we got to extend that olive branch to them at this point.
But the thing is that they are going to come in and think that they're going to be running shit, and they're not, and they need to chill the fuck out, and they need to at least learn some humility.
They don't think they're
like
running.
I learned some humility, which was the whole point of the story before that you missed.
But they don't think they're running shit now.
They want to, though. They want to fucking decimate everything and everyone.
They want a king, is what a lot of these people want.
Yeah, and that's fucking sickening. And they want to, and they also want to own women. That's like that's like 1A, 1B, man. And I'm not fucking okay with that. And I don't know how you can make light of that.
I don't know where that one is coming from outside of Texas State and those weird religious people that are.
Oh, that's gonna be the new fucking norm, baby.
That's always been the norm.
Gird your loins.
But that's always been the norm. Those weird religious people go there every semester.
No, women are property is a new fucking sign they printed. That shit had the wrinkles on it from the press.
They've always been there, man.
No. The homo sin is sex or whatever. Those guys have always been there. But women are property is a new fucking sign. We're done. We're gonna talk about video games in a second. I love you guys. Man, are we in a hairy situation? Things are bad. But guess what? There's only one way to make things better. Manscaped, baby. Do you want to get out of a hairy situation this fall season? Get Manscaped and go to manscaped.com and get yourself the Chairman Pro. Here's the thing, folks. Last episode, I gave away a Chairman Pro. I gave away this Chairman Pro. I still need to deliver it, but since I have it here, I want to show you all the great benefits of the Chairman Pro. Also, last time I got mad that they had their holiday Christmas stuff already up. Why, Manscaped? It's not time yet. We still got Thanksgiving. Technically, it's still not Christmas, but green is and ice snowflake is the only thing that is not Christmassy or Thanksgiving-y. I'm losing track of my thoughts. Point is, we're in a hairy situation. And the only way to get out of a hairy situation is to get yourself the Chairman Pro with 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads, skin-safe 4-blade foil, skin-safe stubble trimmer, 2 heads, a 2-length setting stubble trimmer comb. It's waterproof with the Flex Adjust technology, precision trimmer edge, precision lock, and up to 75 minutes of runtime, wireless charging compatible, travel log, LED spotlight, and it's gentle on the neck. Well, you know what else is gentle on the neck? Me. But I can't be bought for 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com could be bought for 20% off and free shipping. But you know what? I do love the Chairman Pro. They did gift me one of these. And once again, I got to get this out to you, the person that won it on the last episode. But I've told you time and time again. Well, look, I gave up this time. I'm gonna show you. Look, it's not looking very good because I've been the sad trademark, capital TM restricted. But I do have the Dome Shaver, and the Dome Shaver is like my new favorite thing. Because with the Flex Adjust technology, ultra-thin foils, and 5-blade design, the Dome Shaver Pro will set you right. Skin-safe technology, 5 double-track blade heads, curved blade pad, waterproof, long-lasting rechargeable battery, 9,500 RPM motor. Can you believe it? I can. It's waterproof. I said that before. Ultra-thin stainless steel foils, Flex Adjust technology, ergonomic handle, magnetic detachable blade pad. I really do like that. And the hair chamber, easy to clean. Travel lock, USB-C and wireless charging compatible, protective cap, and travel case, all in a silky, smooth, awesome box. That's right. The box is really nice, and it's a really quality build. And then you open it up, and everything's nice and packed away. And you can get that and more for 20% off and free shipping at Manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at Manscaped.com. Manscaped. Your balls, your face, and I will thank you. Max 20 for 20% off and free shipping. Max 20 off and free shipping. You guys ready for the actual show? It's going to be fun. Welcome everybody to Cincountdown! Oh my God, what happened? Wait, that's the wrong one. Hi everybody, it's me! I have returned from my sabbatical. Hi everybody, I'm Sammy Gonzalez, aka The Mexcellence. Welcome to me. It's good to be me and back. Back and me. Back to me. Back to the wall, baby. You saw that whole previous conversation, and we're not going to talk about that anymore because it's time to talk about our top 5. What do I call this? Top 5 video games from my childhood that we want to see a reboot and/or a remake and/or an HD remaster or something like that. I'm not sure exactly the parameters of the rules, but I am back. That's right, Juan Solo. I'm back. And what that means is this show is going to be 5 hours. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not going to be 5 hours long. Joining me on the other side, we have. I don't know. You guys pick. You guys pick.
Are we in like an...
What the fuck was that? That is. I have the. I don't know why I'm yelling. Who
Are you the evil and I'm the good one? Black shirt, white shirt.
I guess so. And I am drinking voodoo.
What nobody knows who you are yet. They don't care what you're
drinking voodoo.
Oh well, you have a name. I hope.
Voodoo J.
You were the guy that was not talking for the last 20 minutes. Just look, you got here before and was like, I'm gonna let him finish. We have.
I'm JJ.
It's JJ, everybody. Welcome to the JJ. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just got back from the gym.
That's not your name also.
My name is Marco.
Your name is not what you drink, and your name is not what you just did moments ago.
Jim Marco. That's what they call me.
Damn it.
Wait, can I change my name to Ice Vanilla Berry?
Yes.
I was also drinking this. This was very tasty.
Give me your
Is that
best.
better than Voodoo, Jay?
Yeah, I did like this one better than Voodoo.
What is that one?
This is a mystery flavor.
No, the blue one.
This is iced vanilla berry. It's a Red Bull.
Oh, by the way, like, just in general, like, but not politics aside, like, I'm really weirded out that I'm, like, I feel bad that the world is going to shit, but my life is going great. Like, I just had a crackhead give me $20.
Wait, who'd you have to punch?
No, it wasn't anything. Like,
Yeah, did you punch him in the chest and coins fell out? What happened?
no, like, I went, I don't have my wallet on me. So in order to pay for my green tea, I put in a DoorDash order, and I just went to the 7-Eleven and picked it up because I can charge that through Venmo.
Right.
Yeah. And then when I got there, some crackhead that was there with a case of Dr. Pepper and a case of beer was like, I learned something today, and gave me $20.
What kind of side quests are you unlocking over there? I don't even know. Is Marco up? Did you just pimp out that crackhead? Are you a crack pimp?
No.
Like a classic
I didn't
90s
ask him to
crack
do
pimp.
anything. He was... I guess I signed up for a reward. I didn't know, and...
I don't know. Juan Solo was asking the questions. What did he do for the $20?
I just taught him that you can order through DoorDash, and he's like, yes.
He's like, now I have a credit card. Did he give you crack? Is that why you ran up all fast from the steps? You're like, hold on, I got things to say.
No, I still got pre-workout from the gym.
Oh,
probably.
that's crack. That's legalized crack. And I was like, I wonder your
Vitamin
jaw.
B12 and 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, that'll do it, man. I wonder your jaw was jittering side to side the entire conversation we had previously. For the audio listeners, that's absolutely true. I don't make that up.
Damn, I need to forget my wallet more often.
No shit, right?
Is that no? That's not Emra, is it?
I'm not sure. I've been gone for 2 months.
Batg has wanted me to shout out Emra, and then somebody's arguing about something, so I don't get to. But Emra, if you're listening, before you go on the vacation, shout out to being cool.
Shout out. I'm back. Shout out to me. Fuck it. Fuck Emma. I'm kidding. No. She made me biscuits that one time. Why did I say biscuits like a
made
stutterer?
you a whole breakfast. You just left a day early.
I you know what? I didn't want to share with you. No, I'm kidding. Well, folks, before we get started,
Sorry, I'm laughing because we took home like 10 fried chickens that day.
I know. Wait, the first time or the second time?
The second time.
Oh, and you didn't bring me one bit of fried chicken?
It was just frozen.
How dare you? How dare? Look at this. Look at this guy. Calls himself a friend of mine. Knows the fried chicken is my favorite, but you know what else is my favorite?
Oh, we ate it the next day.
We did eat it the next day.
I wanted one any day. Anyway, this is my tequila from Mexico. I haven't drank one drop of alcohol in this entire situation, and now is the time to do that.
Oh, I'm not.
But I learned I learned the trick, and you can call me a fool, but I learned that if you use mineral water inside of it, it hydrates you and it negates the alcohol, and you can drink forever. So I'm gonna see if it works in Mexico or here like it did in Mexico.
You just learned what college freshmen learn.
Oh no, Santa Barbara, we go hard. We just drink it straight, baby.
That's a Borg.
We just fucking drink it straight because we're tough. It's also salt crystal, by the way. That was Emra. So there you go. Shout out to you. Unless salt crystal's taking credit. In that case,
and go to bed by 3 because we don't have any sports teams.
what? Yeah, I don't know what that means. Point is, then you get the squirt.
We can call
And then you put it in.
his opinion on eating. No, that's old.
Yeah, it's been 2 months and you have the same bits. Juan Solo, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, Juan. Fuck.
He's probably gonna be on the show at some point.
Yeah, probably. But get the fuck out of here for right now. Get new bits. But anyway, let's see if this tastes like as good as it did in Mexico.
Eat ass, and he'll probably say something different.
That's true.
It's actually stronger here, but I think that's because I put like half of the liquor in it. Still very good. Anyway, it is a paloma. I learned what that was when my girlfriend was like, "Did you know that squirt is a grapefruit drink?" And I go, "No, I thought it was just regular citrus. It's grapefruit. I don't like grapefruits, but she loves them, and we fought about it. And she ultimately won, as she tends to do, because I am a dumb man.
She's right. Palomas are great. They're way better than margaritas.
Yeah, margaritas suck. I mean, I'll put that on business. Margaritas, whack. Because tequila, you have to have good tequila, and that's if you have to have a good thing to make it good. That's one thing.
Wait, well, no, that's the opposite of how margaritas work. Margaritas are for shitty tequila.
I could taste the shitty tequila in the margarita at all times.
I don't believe that.
Absolutely, at all times. Anyway, folks. We're talking about the video games that want a video game before we video gamed at the video game, video game. And what that means is there's a childhood game that deserves a remake in our lives that we have not told you about. And as a matter of fact, there's 5 of them. And we're going to give you our top 5 of those things. Sorry, this is fizzing really loud. Hopefully the ASMR listeners are getting their rocks off.
I'll make you my marks. Mine are the best.
Sure, make me everything. I'm down to have everything. Well, not everything, but...
Margaritas are one of the best things Mexicans created.
I'm one of the best things Mexicans created. Thank you very much. Joey Bear. There you go. I don't know. The chat's moving too fast. All of a sudden, everyone's a chatterbox. When before I left, whatever. It wasn't so talkative, and now it is, and I appreciate you all. Point is,
a lot of people back.
Point is, my number 5 of video games that deserve a remake. I thought of the coolest thing. Because I was looking at favorite games from childhood in general. I was like, what the fuck did I play as a kid? And this one, talk about history. This is the ultimate history game that needs not only an HD remake, because they have done an HD remake, let's say a year ago. It's fucking whack, and it looks stupid. What? An error occurred.
That's funny because me and JJ didn't include things with an HD remake.
Oh no, but they did it wrong, and that's the moral of the story. Is that they have an HD remake released a year ago, and it's wrong because it's not what I want. What I want is my number 5. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking to say it didn't drop anything.
Oh, my number 5. I want a 3D first and third person Grand Theft Auto Red Dead Redemption version of the goddamn Oregon Trail. So this right here, it's still a side scroller, and it's still like content based, and you're just like, oh, I have axles, and I'm riding a horse, and I have inventory, and I'm going fishing and hunting. Nah, I want like Red Dead Redemption level Oregon Trail. I want to, if my character breaks his arm, I want to see what caused the broken arm. If I'm feeding them bad food or meager rations, I want to see their skin turn to bones. If I'm eating hearty meals and hunting oxen and I can only carry 200 pounds, I want to see how big the sack gets with 200 pounds. And if I can make multiple trips before the ox spoils so I don't only get 200 pounds of oxen, because that's fucking wasteful. I've always thought it was wasteful. And Oregon Trail stopped teaching about over hunting oxen. Or being good enough to hunt a squirrel or get fish and do all this cool shit.
Ox.
Huh?
America doesn't have ox.
But that's what you're able to shoot in the middle of the Oregon Trail in the game.
Isn't it bison?
No, it's oxen. They literally, so oxen is what they carry it. Oh shit, I don't even know. You're gonna but yeah, let's start with a banger. Yeah, Oregon Trail. Give me Oregon Trail so that I can see the dysentery. I could see the cholera. I can see the trading post and be like, all right, this jackass wants to trade me 3 pelts for an axle. Fuck you. And I want to be able to punch him. And I want to be able to get thrown out of town for being aggressive. I want to ford the river. I want to be able to see the depth of the river to see if I can even ford it or not, because every time you went to a river in the game, you're like, is this a deep river? You don't know. You're just taking a guess. But I also want to pay an Indian guy to ferry me across, because that seems like a cool deal. These are the things I want to see in 3D, and I want to enjoy.
It's not what Indians do.
Well, that was in the game. I'm not talking about what was real. I'm talking about in the game. You got.
I never played the game, so.
Oh, what? You can play it for free online. You can play it for free online, the old PC version. And more importantly, I want 90 hours of gameplay. I want the Oregon Trail to be long as fuck. I want it to be fucking a hassle. I want it to be in depth. I want people to bicker. I want people to have to dig fucking graves. Or you just leave fucking Poop Smith on the side of the road and just be like, yep, Poop Smith died. Time to trudge on. I want you to be able to gain party people if you lose people. I want you to be able to fix your wagon and have skills based off of what you can build and what you can do instead of just being a banker and paying for everything. I want things to matter. I want stakes. Give me IRL Rockstar Presents Oregon Trail. Pow! My number 5. JJ, you're not looking at your phone. What's your number 5?
Sounds like you should play Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I'm trying to figure out how.
Kingdom Come Deliverance is what you just described, only it's medieval times, not cowboys.
I was trying to figure out how long it would take to walk to Oregon. It's 31 days.
So then it's real hours. It's real. It's like what's it? It's like Animal Crossing, where it's real time. So if it's at night, you're traveling at night. If it's during the day, you have to go, and the seasons change. Well, the seasons do change in that game, so that's what I want. That's my number 5. JJ, your number 5.
My number 5. This one's kind of a cheat, but I'm gonna allow it because it technically hasn't been remade in the same way. But recently, me, my brother Juan, and my cousin Paco did a podcast, and we talked about this game that we started playing on mobile. Check out Pixel Primos. New episode's coming up in a few minutes.
Oh, in a few minutes. Oh, I was like, wait a minute.
It's premiering on YouTube in a few minutes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
check it out.
God. Why is
Alpha Primo.
9:30 the time you're premiering? Anyway, go ahead.
Because that's when I finished the thumbnail. So we've all been playing Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket on mobile. It's
What?
yeah, it's fun. I mean,
There's a lot of people playing pocket card games right now.
yeah,
That was the first thing that fucking came up when I searched.
yeah, dude.
Does it just come out?
Yeah, it came out like a few days ago, like Monday or something.
Oh, shit.
But I've been glued to my phone at opening booster packs. It's been rekindling that like love of Pokemon cards for me.
Yeah.
And I do like the game, but it's a mobile game, so it's like, yeah, now you gotta wait 12 hours before you can open another booster pack.
Fucking fuck up. You know what's worse than masculinity? Fucking pay to play. That's the fuck that shit. Anyway, go ahead.
I agree. I mean,
So, but playing it reminded me that there used to be this game on the Game Boy where it was Pokemon trading cards, only they put the Pokemon video game formula in it. So you're basically playing like a Pokemon video game, like traditional get your starter deck,
Right.
and go challenge trainers, go to gyms, battle gyms. It's the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy. I want them to do that again.
I remembered that game. I don't know anybody who played it. I think you were the only one that played it, and that's okay. I played Pokemon Pinball. That shit was great.
I liked it, but I don't think anyone played it because it was so short. Like, I beat it in a rental, and back
shit.
then rentals were like 2 days.
Oh, shit.
I beat it in a weekend, but it taught me how to play the game.
Right.
Because I already had Pokemon cards. But
Right.
No one ever actually played the fucking game.
Okay, do you burn the energy cards, or do you just keep them there until you're done? No one
Yeah.
knows. No one knows. There's probably someone who does, but we're not going to learn.
Yeah, that game taught me.
Yeah. Oh, so do you burn energy points?
Yeah, you have to draw energy and then you have to attach it. It works like Magic the Gathering.
But then if you use the move, do you have to remove those?
Only if the card specifies.
Fucking rules, dog.
But yeah, no, I dug that game a lot. And it sucks that like modern video games that are like based off trading cards are all these like wait 12 hours before you can open another
Or
booster
you could pay
pack.
$80 to advance 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Duel Links. I don't know. That's the Yu-Gi-Oh one. I don't
Oh,
know if
God.
that one's any different, but like,
Is there a phone adapter with the fucking Yugi card holder where you can put your phone and
oh,
play?
there's totally like a fucking dual disc.
there's
like,
no energy in Yu-Gi-Oh.
No. I'm talking
no.
about the actual thing that Yugi wore, the big
dual disc.
fucking card thing.
Oh,
Can-
no.
Can you put a phone in there and then play the game on that?
I
think that'd be
answering the previous
overzealous.
question of does it work like Pokemon? There's no energy units.
Gotcha. You just go, I'm using Magic Missile or Dark Magician. There you go. That's who he had.
Yeah, but
Damn,
Yeah.
Tina just dropping like 5 subs.
Oh
shit,
my
yeah,
God.
thank you.
Welcome back to me, Christina. Thank you.
Cold Stone 95.
what? Damn. Someone.
He
stole my
likes ice
wrestler
cream.
name. No, that was my wrestling name, Cold Stone Steve Ice Cream.
Proceed.
Proceed. Is that you? Are you in the chat?
No, it's totally not me. But no, yeah, I just kind of want a throwback card game video game where I don't have to wait 12 hours to open another booster.
You hear that, Nintendo? Stop taking all his JJ's time and effort. He just wants to play the Pokemon. You know what that means? Is that you actually have to just play the card game. It's you have to go buy cards with a real job.
I mean,
I still have all my cards. That's a world I'm not going back to ever again.
Some of ours are still in like my brother's closet somewhere. I'm sure.
NBA
We still have all our tazos. I
NBA
have those.
NBA 2K and Madden ruined opening packs for me. Like just with their fucking online games. So I'm like, I don't even want to open real packs of cards anymore because now it's just gambling and I hate it. That's your number 5. Pokemon, the trading card game on Game Boy Color. Do you want it 3D or do you want it VR?
I want it to be like on the Switch, like
like
modern
this.
Pokemon games.
Oh, okay. Well, that's your number 5. Marcos, your number 5.
I want car combat to come back, but I don't want. I'm not actually, for as much as I like Twisted Metal. I think it's kind of too edgy and would be terrible in 2024.
Only black. Only Twisted Metal black.
They're all pretty.
I'm a guy with robot arms and some wheels. Yeah,
Axel. He's in black.
Exactly. And then what's the guy? Toothface? Sweet Tooth. There you go.
Yeah.
Sweet Tooth. I'm a killer clown.
So I actually like the copy of Twisted Metal because it was fun in 70s, and it's called Vigilante 8.
There was another one, but I don't remember the name of it.
Wait, so if it's Vigilante 8, you're
Vigilante 8 is my.
You've actually talked about this before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Where you were like, oh yeah, it's like
I would
Twisted
like to
Metal.
see it as a metal.
Yeah,
I would like
it's-
to see it as a movie. I think that's when the last time I used it. Spoiler: a lot of things are going to be repeated today.
Oh yeah, no. Like from your past. Oh,
Yeah, from
there's like
past
two.
lists.
There's like 2 of them. There you go. This is the guy you want. You want John Torque, baby. You want Loki.
John Torque was actually my favorite character, but that's.
Wait, are they all black people? That's awesome. Oh, hey, there's the guy that plays that funky music, white boy. His name is Boogie.
I was about to say, I think the bad guy is a white guy with black hair. There he.
Slick Clyde. Okay. This
It
just
sounds like a dude that I'd buy drugs from.
Right. Did Slick Clyde give you $20 at the fucking gas station? This is the guys you're
He
dealing with.
looked more like Boogie.
I like how they use like real states. This is how you get past the abortion ban. Sorry, sorry, that was morbid and dark. Hold on, my poor laptop's 13 years old and is like can't load YouTube videos anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely like faded out sometimes. When I'm
Oh
using that.
man. Oh, there we go. Yeah, is it a racing game?
No, it's
No,
car
it's-
combat.
Oh, so
Twisted
this
Metal.
person's just finding someone else to beat up.
Yeah, you are trying to save the world from a really evil guy. It's generic video game nonsense, but I mean, it was fun, and I think it was the only one that had a 70s aesthetic at that time for
Right.
PlayStation.
Look at that draw length, man. Look at those trees in the distance.
original developers of Twisted Metal, after 2, they lost the license, or they lost the property, so they couldn't call their next game Twisted Metal. But they already were working on Twisted Metal 3.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't remember what they titled the game after that. But that one's like crazy goofy, and it has some 70s and 50s aesthetics to it.
That's pretty fucking far out and solid and right on. And you know what? I almost put Burnout in my list.
I thought Burnout is to be made.
They did a remaster in 2019 of the third one. And so
when we had the video game tournament, which itself is like 3 years ago, Tommy asked for Burnout. It just wasn't two players.
No, Burnout exists, but the last one they did was the remake of 3 in 2019. So they haven't remade a new one since. But like, I could probably go play the remaster and be okay with it. But I played the fuck out of Burnout Revenge or the King or something on PSP. I fucking rocked that shit, and I probably should go find it right now.
I lost my PSP.
I gave it to my brother's ex-wife. Well, it was his wife.
Well, the
and then
ex.
her.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, then she became ex-wife, and then she took my goddamn PSP.
They
I
got
don't
it,
have
yeah,
regrets.
in the chat. It's Rogue Trip. That's the game.
Rogue with the accent on it. Is that the one you were talking about?
That's the one I was talking about. That's the original developers of Twisted Metal.
The Vacation 2012.
Yeah.
The Vacation 2012. We are so old in the future. Well, Marcos, that's your number 5.
On the basis of being old, I was telling JJ that, and he even corrected me. I was like, talking about video games could be remade based on how old we are. You could probably say PS2 games because they're 20 years old.
Oh, mine's on GameCube. My number 4. My number 4 is on GameCube. And I'm on a Spanish. Rogue Trip. I'm on a Spanish keyboard. Okay, sorry. But no, my number 4 has been.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Serenity. My PSP was stolen in Vietnam.
Right. Yeah, I glossed over that, but my PSP stolen in Vietnam does sound like a Mad Lib. But no. My number 4.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is already happening, Joey.
Oh, yep. Can't put it on your list. That was the other thing, is trying to find
Dreams do
ones.
come true.
Trying to find things that weren't remade already was actually kind of hard. But this one playthrough was. It's still considered what I consider one of my favorite games of all time. It was revolutionary in its scope because for the first time in the series you could walk. I wonder if that's the clue enough to let you in on what type of game it was.
Scope, and I thought it was Silent Scope.
Oh no! And it's not specifically GameCube. I just had it on GameCube. But no, this is a story where you are put in the driver's seat.
I know which one.
Oh, you already know. You are put in the driver's seat of the adventure and the action. It is a create a story character story mode where you are in the burbs of Jersey and you have to rise from the lowest of the low to the top of the pops. There's betrayal, there's scandal, there's sponsorships. Shit. My number 4 is Tony Hawk's Underground 1. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 was whack. Tony Hawk's Underground 1 was fantastic. Not because it was simply just, skateboarding and it was a better use of the Tony Hawk
Is that the one
thing.
with Eric Sparrow?
Yes. That motherfucker is also top 5 villains. Eric Sparrow, number 5. That motherfucker stole my tape when I went to Hawaii and jumped over a helicopter over a hotel.
My favorite thing about it is one of my friends played it, and I just went over to his place because in general, most of the video games I played were at my friend's Peter's house, and he made himself black. So it
Sure.
didn't make any sense when he stole the tape. Eric Sparrow is white.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make any sense that he stole the tape.
Oh! To be fair, it was far away, and it was different times. It was a DHV tape or whatever.
It still would be like,
It's more grainy than you think it was.
Damn, that shadow's hitting him real hard, huh?
Right? Oh, I'm trying to find the scene. I found in Hawaii, like where they are. I just want to show the scene where you do that evil. Oh, I found a secret level. But like this game is so silly. But you're like, I'm gonna go to different places around the world.
I mean,
I'm gonna
you're in the right level. It's in Hawaii.
Yeah, I know. But you're gonna do all sorts of cool skate shit. And then when I said you can learn to walk around, when you learn to walk around, it took Tony Hawk from being a skate game to being like a Grand Theft Auto open world type of game. And that little element right there where it's like, oh shit, I need to get to the top of that building. I'm going to climb. And then you could climb up the building. That was sick as fuck.
That game was like, had so many extra mechanics that like, because back then people were lazy most of the time. It would
Right.
just be like all the X-Men games. It's just like they just do generic X-Men things.
Right.
They didn't try.
Yeah, beat 'em
that
up
one
stuff.
like they legitimately had mechanics for a Zamboni.
For driving, for golf cart, lawnmower.
Yeah, the lawnmower. There was, I think, a shopping cart. You had to do pranks with Bam Margera. Like
Right.
there was a lot of
Yeah, you
weird...
had to sketch of the back of cars for a certain amount of time. Here's the fucking scene.
You serious? You miss your Ollie. We'll be sending you back to Jersey in a coffee
Yeah, I could
can.
see how that guy is.
Yeah,
With Eric
yeah, the
Sparrow.
creative character. So yeah, to prove the point, the creative character being black makes the guy that the camera's pointing at black, and the guy that who takes the tape from you is an extremely white guy. By the way, this took me forever to fucking do, and when I did it, it was the greatest, sweetest accomplishment.
Let it go, man. Forget the pink hotel. Look, I'll show
Okay, yeah, they skip, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do all this cool shit.
I think the helicopter. There's another
there's
cutscene
a
because the
cutscene, yeah.
helicopter.
Here it is.
goes up.
So yeah, you have to get the speed, you have to do your combo, you have to get all your levels up or whatever, and then you have to hit it.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking McTwist.
Yeah, when my
And he broke his leg on the stairs.
yeah, when my friend did it, he was wearing a T-shirt too. It would not make sense.
You wearing a ski mask in this video? Did you just rob a bank?
It's the best thing anybody ever filmed.
Stay where you are.
See, there's comic mischief. You have to run from the cops. You have
A lot.
You have to, yeah, you're just committing crimes and doing whimsical things, and you're put in the action. And so when this guy, Eric Sparrow, inevitably betrays you, it's personal. It's fucking personal.
Actually,
and then
it's
you're,
funny because he betrays you like 3 times
right
before
and you-
that
and you-
time.
yeah, and, like it goes from friends to enemies, and it's just like it's a good progression of a story. You meet legendary skaters, you
You the
level
Big
up
Show,
accordingly.
Constantly getting betrayed, just like
And you're just okay with it.
Well, no, because you're supposed to sign you up for vert, and then he didn't, so you had to go
He's like,
skate. You had to
"Oh,
do
no,
street.
I forgot, my friend. Because you're way better than him canonically. Like in the first challenge, it's like, hey, bud, let me take you out. And you beat him. And then it's like, oh, I forgot to sign you up for the competition the next day.
Right. So that's my number 4. HD remake, bring it back, but add more creative character features, add more levels or add more challenges, and then just make the physics a little heavier and more fun, and bam, you have yourself a hit. I didn't even play the remake of 1 and 2 just because I started at 4. Yeah, I started at 3 or 4, and then I got Underground 1 and 2, and that was it. But my number 4, Tony Hawk's Underground 1. JJ, you're number 4.
There are rumors that they're gonna remake Thug.
Fuck yeah. But fuck 2.
fuck.
2 sucked.
There's
2
always
sucked.
rumors.
Yeah, 2 sucked. 2
There's
had Ben
always
Margera, and they were
rumors,
doing
and
jackass
Tony
things.
Hawk is always willing to fan them.
Of course.
I also did think it was funny that Eric Sparrow is still hanging out in 2, and you're still accepting of him. Like, he's
I don't
not
remember
shitty.
much of 2.
Yeah, he's not shitty to you in 2, but it's still like, yeah, that's my friend that did 4 shitty things to me.
Right?
Why do you keep him around?
You never know. JJ, you're number 4.
Just to laugh at him.
Right.
Well, speaking of Grand Theft Auto clones and things from my childhood that are coming back and becoming good again, as all of you know, most of my speech patterns come from The Simpsons.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, literally everything I say is a Simpsons quote.
That's
except
fair.
that and that and that.
And everything, and everything preceding that mostly.
But Simpsons with their last season finale and this current season, hitting their stride again.
That's what I heard. I heard it's good.
Yeah, the Treehouse
Like them and
of-
SNL
Yeah.
are both hitting their stride after so many years again.
I think for a while, when like shows like Family Guy were taking off and everything, The Simpsons kind of lost its identity, and now they're finding it again. The
Right.
writers' room is finding it again, and
Right.
it's great. So I think it's the perfect time to bring back the best Simpsons game ever, The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh my God, Simpson hit and run, 100% completion, go. I mean, this was the one on, was it Dreamcast?
It was
PS2?
on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, the original Xbox, I think.
Right.
Said note to Joey the Jedi. Rockstar will never touch Bully anymore after school shooters. So they just kind of put that one aside
Yeah.
because we're not. They talk about us getting a sequel once in a while, and it's like no.
Nah.
Walking around beating up students isn't good.
Yeah, but hitting and run is also not good, but fun to
they
do.
couldn't even launch as Bully in the UK.
Oh really?
Yeah, no, they had to censor the title to Canis Canum Edit, which is dog eat dog in Latin.
Don't you mean Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, which is what they were called in London because apparently ninjas were bad. But anyway,
No, yeah, but The Simpsons Hit and Run was a great game. It's just a Grand Theft Auto clone. So, like, if you played Grand Theft Auto, you knew the controls already, but it had this Simpsons paint on it. And the developers were also just like true blue Simpsons fans. There were so many references. They got the original voice cast to do all the voices. There was no like, that's weird sounding Krusty. Like, no, that's
Yeah.
Krusty.
oh jeez. But are you looking for an expansion as well, or just a solid remake, straight up remake?
I just want them to bring this game back. Like, since it's a licensed game and the original developer, I'm pretty sure, shut down. I forgot who made it. It might have been like Volition.
Not one of the 5 that exist now.
Yeah, so the hopes of a sequel from the original developers, not very high, but like just remastering it, bringing it to modern consoles, because the only way you can play this is on a PS2, Xbox, or GameCube.
Or an emulator of such things that we're watching on Radical Entertainment. You know, the Canadian video game developer we all know and love. That was probably absorbed by somebody very early on.
EA Sports Canada probably.
I think this was an EA game. That's the other thing.
Activision
Oh,
bottom.
Activision.
So then Activision also got absorbed, I think, by EA. So yeah.
No, Microsoft.
Microsoft. There you
I
go.
worked for Activision.
Oh, gotcha.
Activision Blizzard.
That makes sense. But yeah.
No, yeah, but it was a ton of fun, and all the extra content that they put in it was also really good. You could get like different costumes for all the characters, and they made sense. Like, they were actual references to the show. Like, they advertised this with Evil Homer.
Oh, jeez. There you go. So this was like
I
for
am
fans
Evil
by
Homer.
fans.
I am Evil Homer. But yeah, Road Rage was also great. It was just Crazy Taxi.
That's what I get confused about. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there was the side-scroller fighting video game that was like X-Men, and then there was Road Rage,
Wrestling.
which was Crazy Taxi, which I
Wrestling
thought
was
this
next.
was. Which one?
Wrestling.
Oh, wrestling. The people didn't like that one, I don't think.
No, it was really bad.
Yeah.
It
And
was
then,
really
yeah.
bad, and I beat it in a rental, but I didn't hate it.
So, fine. So then alternate side quest.
Sorry, the game is bad, but they do have fun dialogue that never happens in The Simpsons. So, like when Flanders fights Professor Fink, it's like, now we get to see what is stronger, religion or science.
Okay. All right, then. I have this question, then we can move on. Removing Grand Theft Auto clone, removing wrestling game, removing Crazy Taxi, and what was the other one that's cloning? Grand Theft Auto? Did I say that already?
Yeah.
What was the other one that was cloning?
Crazy Taxi.
Side scroller, X-Men side scroller, beat 'em ups. What's a genre you want The Simpsons to take on next?
I think they've
FPS?
Mario Party.
Mario Party.
Simpsons Party.
Simpsons. There you go. Simpsons Block Party. There you go. Fund it.
I think
Activision.
They've done a racer. They've done pretty much.
First-person shooter or
They haven't done a first-person shooter, but in the Simpsons game by EA, there were different modes. Like every character played differently.
oh, so yeah,
There was a Medal of Homer because it's EA.
yeah.
They own Medal of Honor. Medal of Homer.
All right. Well, there you go. You could ride the monorail. What? Oh,
Yeah, you could drive the monorail in the game.
Silly,
Monorail.
but
It's
very
still-
your
Monorail.
number 4
Monorail. Monorail.
monorail.
Is there a chance the truck could bend? Not on your life, my Hindu friend.
You're number 4. You're number 4, Marcos.
So you guys went like really like interactive, like that you can do so much shit in both your games.
Oh no, they're gonna get progressively dumber as I go.
No. My fourth is really dumb. I saw a Let's Play of it. I don't even know where you find this game really, but first of all, it was live action. And I was like, that would be fun to make a comeback, like for just one game. It's a game called Night Trap.
Night Trap.
So they
Yeah,
did re-release it recently.
I know they re-released it, but I want it remade.
You want new?
where you just press buttons trapping ninjas that are attacking teenagers.
is this the
Having
the,
a sexy sleepover.
Is this like the video recording?
Yeah.
What the fuck is the premise of this?
So you're protecting teenagers, and you got to flip between the cameras.
So you're Five Nights at Freddy. Oh my God, Spooky Man.
Yeah, that's the ninjas that you have to fight. And then,
You have traps at your disposal
yes.
at night.
And the whole time you're watching like a movie play out.
What the fuck is this?
It's basically multiple dragons' lairs. at
Yeah,
once.
opposite Dragon Slayer. Yeah, like it's quick time event.
You're
but-
watching a bunch of dragon's lairs play out in different screens, and you have to be able to like get to the right one in time. And
Well, this ninja saw his friend get collapsed into the ground and is now skirting why is he walking like a gorilla? It's not a gorilla suit
Because he's
you're wearing.
evil, bro. That's how you know he's evil.
Now he's going into the Full House kitchen. I don't know what's going on in this place. So you want this as live action shot, like just the same, or
that'd
do you
be
want
Yeah,
like,
live action shot. Well, bring that back.
you got to keep the camping.
Well, I'm just saying you can make this all CG and have it be real time, like different.
No, that's just Five Nights at Freddy's.
But that's different motion activities, you know, like. Oh no! You have traps. You have trap doors. It's all trap doors so far.
And I think like the
there's a-
heroes, for no reason, they're like, look, those are the people that actually own the house. They're doing like random bullshit.
Yeah.
What the? Where did you play this?
No, I told you I didn't play it.
oh,
I saw a
it's
Let's Play.
Yeah.
Look, they're the ninjas. Oh no, kill them.
I think it was originally on.
I think it's when he
Sega
goes by the bed.
Saturn,
That's when
or-
that one dies.
What is this? Who is the one that made all the sitcoms from the '90s? Lloyd Boyette Productions. Like
Maybe.
that,
Miller
that
Boyette
fucking,
Productions.
that fucking music.
Look, he's dead. Yeah, when it turns
Oh,
red.
the ninjas!
And those are the sexy people showing up for the sleepover.
Oh my God.
One of them is Dana Plato, I think.
Wait, what? What's it? Remember, boys, this and MK are why we have an M rating. Oh, there you go.
That is actually accurate.
Sega CD. It says PC playthrough, but Sega CD. Yeah, nobody had the Sega CD. No wonder you didn't
No,
play
yeah,
it.
this is the re-release because it's actually quality video.
I can't even imagine. Hold on. Okay, I don't need to imagine. Give me like 2 seconds. There we go. Now we're playing the game on 120p. There you go. They look like real ninjas at that point. Good God, that is.
It's funny when you watch the trailer and you see it because you're watching a movie play out as well while you're doing all this stuff. I just like not every game needs to be an epic like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Some things should just be fun for 3 or 4 hours.
Something should be putting ninjas in trapdoors a bunch of times.
Yeah,
well, that's your number 4.
The thing that I would like to change if they remade it is not use the same animation if possible.
Oh, no more trapdoors or no more TV?
No, like if you play that game for 3 hours, that ninja falls through that trapdoor the same way.
Oh God! Oh no! Not doing that.
Sometimes they speed it up so it looks a little different.
Well, I don't think you'd have. The problem back then was this is going on a CD.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
With all 14 megabytes
It's Home Alone with ninjas.
data processing power.
Well, that is your number 4, which brings people to my number 3. I'm inventing a new game because I saw this, I guess, 3 years ago because that's where it came from. It's from Reddit. JJ, it's along the lines of one of the games you brought up. Because, look, I'm not into the things I was into when I was 5 years old, 6 years old. The thing that you were talking about was Pokemon. Yeah, you still play in Pokemon now, though, right? You never got off the track, right, JJ?
I haven't played like the modern Pokemon games.
But you how far did you go up to?
I played Sword and Shield.
Way further than I've been. Is the point what I'm saying?
Well,
like
I only play it when there's a milestone, right? Like because I fell off probably after Ruby and Sapphire.
Okay.
That was the last one I played, and then when was it Sun and Moon? Or no, X and Y. It was like this is the first 3D world Pokemon.
Right.
Yeah, I'll jump on that.
Yeah. but I played Gold, didn't finish it, got Crystal, and then stopped playing it after like a couple days. I was like, I don't think it's my thing anymore. But I do think that it could be my thing if you brought it into the modern world. And I saw this 3D render of what was the name of the artist? I just pulled it up and then I lost it. Shit. Hold on, it's gonna bother me. Ken Sugimori, the one who made the original artwork of the 150 Pokemon. I want Pokemon Purple. And my number 3, is Pokemon Purple. I want red and blue together, so I don't have to buy 2 fucking games. That's stupid. Stop doing that. So I want all 151 Pokemon. Leave it at that. Don't add any of these fucking new ones. And give me a playstyle that is 3D that looks like this. I want this so bad. I saw this render, and it's that original artwork. It's 3D. You can see where the Pokemon are. It looks a little rough at some points and some angles, but I want this fucking game. Whatever this game is, I want it in my bones because it's the thing I imagined as a kid, but in 3D, and I can find Pokemon and seek them out, and you already have the engine. They're already doing 3D Pokemon, but just leave it to the 150. Leave the mechanics even more simple than it was. No egg hatching, no frills. Just make it the original game with maybe some you get the bike earlier so you're not constantly walking around slow until you get the bike. Make some like ease of game things. Make it for people like me that's like I can play Pokemon like just kind of loosely and level up easier. Make it like an easy mode. Make it a super easy mode or make it competitive mode where it's the original game, same pace, same everything, but just give me these graphics. I want these graphics. I think this is so pretty. I think it's such a cool way to do a game. And the fact that someone was able to do this at their house, give me Nintendo to do that. And someone brought up Pokemon Snap. Christina brought up Pokemon Snap in VR. Pokemon Snap almost made my list, but I'm just like, didn't they make a new one recently?
They did.
Yeah, so I'm just like, okay. I didn't like Pokemon Snap that much, even though I do own a copy of it for N64. But no, give me this.
I bought it for Diva.
You give me the bug battles.
The new Pokemon Snap?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably great. VR
I don't
would be
think she
even
likes
better.
it very much.
But I want
It's just
this.
The what?
It's just pictures.
Right. She could take photos for real on a phone. We didn't have cameras that weren't disposable when we were children. And I want this because I didn't have this when I was a child. My number 4, Pokemon Purple. Give me this.
Number 3.
Number 3. I want this. And don't make me buy 2 games. That's fucking dumb. That's an old money grabbing trick, and I don't like it.
It still works.
It still fucking works. But I want to be able to get Machoke and Charmander and Bulbasaur.
Hey, you Pikachu.
No, hey, you Pikachu. Fuck, hey, you Pikachu. I had Pokemon Yellow, though. I will say that. And I want, you know what? Yeah, give me one that follows me around. I want a Pokemon that follows me around. Add little bonuses like that. You know what? You can do that. That's not betraying the original. So there you go. My number 3, Pokemon Purple. That looks like this. JJ, you're number 3.
Talking about dumb FNV shit triggered a core memory in my brain that is not really connected to FMV shit, but this was one that I didn't write down, just came to me, and I'm gonna trust my gut on this one. I'm gonna go for it. We need a fucking new Clay Fighter, goddammit.
Oh, not fucking Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter!
Oh my god, all of the Mortal Kombat clones, fucking bring them all back. Clay Fighter, fucking Primal Rage, bring them all back. Oh man, my cousin had Clay Fighter. Okay,
I thought my phone went off.
Yeah, let's get off the super low quality real quick. Let's actually show people what the game actually looks like.
Yeah. Blue Suede Goo versus Ichabod Clay. God damn it, I love puns.
But no, Clay Fighter, like I said, it's violent because they're clay. Like, they can do more graphic things and beat each other up harder. Are you cramping?
Yeah.
Fun. Anyway.
The fact that it was clay actually made this game very difficult to develop for because they actually got like stop motion animators to make all the moves.
Oh my god.
And that's cool if you're making a movie. Doesn't work all that great when you need to put it in a video game and digitize it and have hitboxes, so shit needs to line up.
Oh god. Oh my god, you have to go to everyone's house and blow it up.
Yeah, the last one they made was on the Nintendo 64, and it was a Blockbuster rental exclusive.
That's right. I learned about that again recently.
Yeah, it was Clay Fighter 63 1/3 Sculptor's Cut.
Right. And that game goes for like thousands of dollars now because people just stole it from Blockbuster. That's the only way you could ever get the game.
Well, Blockbuster went out of business and people could buy it legitimately at that point.
But I'm pretty sure somebody stole it at some point earlier.
I don't know if you'd steal Clay Fighter.
I don't know, man. Clay, oh my god, is the background also beating him up, or is that just the background
No, that's
thing?
just the background. But yeah, this was a dumb fighting game
What if
that I absolutely loved.
what if they have competitive Clay Fighter? They bring that back, like it just gets so good.
There is a version of Clay Fighter 2, I think, because 2 was supposedly like the most balanced one. That people on emulators and like ROM hacking balanced out, added more characters to it,
Oh my god.
and it's not like a competitive fighter. Like it's never gonna be on Evo.
Like Smash Brothers. Sorry, go ahead.
But it found its community online, so people are playing it, people are digging it, and yeah, I would like to see an official Clay Fighter 4 or whatever the fuck we're on.
Super Clay Fighter 4 Turbo. That would be funny as shit if they did that. 3D or 2D?
I think you gotta go like 3D, but the same way that like Dragon Ball Z Fighters is 3D.
Oh, so 2D fighting,
playing,
but
yeah.
3D combat or 3D images. I mean, you could really get real in depth with the 4K textures of clay of all the characters.
Yeah.
Like it would look. Honestly, a game like this.
We're at a point now, technologically speaking, where they don't need to make them out of actual clay.
Right, but they would look exactly like clay and would be able to operate as such, and the textures and I mean, this is a colorful ass game. Like Mortal Kombat doesn't look like this now, with all these whimsical background things and things like that. Street Fighter barely does. It's all kind of muted. What the fuck? Did I cast the end of the game?
Mortal Kombat does look beautiful at times, but it doesn't look whimsical.
Right. Does it have a giant piano where it says, Blue Suede Goo immediately moved the circus to Las Vegas when he became the king of the circus. Given 3 performances every evening, he kept himself happy by raising hound dogs. One day, he mysteriously vanished, and to this day, there have been reported sightings of him in grocery stores across the nation. The end. Mortal Kombat doesn't have endings like that, do they?
Yeah, they
Street
do.
Fighter has
Actually, they
endings
do.
like that.
Actually, I think they do. You know who really does? Tekken.
No, Tekken. Don't get me started on Tekken endings.
Tekken is like, oh, and then Lee opened a restaurant, and then it's like, oh no, my dumplings.
Right.
Like,
One of them was just a guy in a Speedo relaxing on the beach. Like he's like, I'm in a Speedo. I'm done. I'm done World Warrior fighting. But that is your number 3.
3.
Clay Fighter in general. Margot's your number 3.
I just want to cover an honorable mention real quick because Batjeet mentioned it in Def Jam.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
So first of all, I looked up the roster for Def Jam. funny slice of 2004 because they had no huge names.
Right.
Like the hugest name is probably Busta Rhymes.
Well, Snoop was in one of them. Are you talking about the first
Snoop
one?
wasn't too.
Well, but for the most part, it's people like Bless, Bubba Sparks, Fat Joe. Like, it's not
Yeah,
an
no,
A.
the first one didn't have.
Oh, this is Fight for New York. Hold on.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. That I'm like,
Is Fight for New York the first one?
Fight for New York is 2.
It's 2. Which one's the first one?
It's just Def Jam.
Def Jam. Hold on. Def
Jam Vendetta, I think.
Def.
But the reason you can't have Def Jam now is we don't have rap and rock stars the way we did then.
Post Malone would be there twice. He would be the rapper
just-
and the country
Just
star.
had the greatest rap beef of all time. What are you talking about?
Okay, 2 guys.
No, and
There were more than 2 guys involved in that beef.
I was gonna say because this didn't have any A-listers, it wouldn't be people like Kendrick Lamar. It would be people like
Tyler the Creator.
no, he's too big.
Well, here you got Blaze, who is Method Man, Busta Rhymes, Carmen Electra's just in there, Crow, who is
could date
Snoop, D Mob. I think that's what's his name?
You could still get Danny Trejo.
Yeah, you Danny Trejo,
He comes out on everything. He can't.
E40, E40, just, Fat Joe, Flavor Flav, Freeway, Ghostface Killer, Henry Rollins, Ice-T, Ludacris, Method Man, 9, Redman, Santo. I think some of these are original.
Sean
Paul, Slick Rick, The Gooch, Danny Trejo again, Warren G, and Exhibit. Yeah, Warren G is not making the roster this time. I'm sorry. Sorry, Warren G, you're just not.
Well, I thought it would be a list of more canceled people, and there really wasn't. Like, I for sure thought P Diddy was going to be there somewhere, and he wasn't.
Fucking Chamillionaire's there. The fuck, Chamillionaire, get the fuck out of here. We didn't ask for you.
But to stick with the line of fighting games, Capcom is really bad at creating iconic characters and then just throwing them in the trash. Darkstalkers, I want another Darkstalkers game.
Yeah. What is this? Oh my god. Yeah, no, that was what we were talking about. Darkstalkers. This, I mean, Horny Fighter 2.0.
I didn't actually even care for the horny fighters. My mains were the werewolf and Dimitri.
The Vampire Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Naked Cat Lady. It was like, that probably awakened a lot of things in people when they were younger. But no, this game's fun. If we're talking about
Lore is pretty fun too, but I mean Capcom is really cool at like making interesting stories and then just like forgetting about it.
Right. I mean, for Christ's sake, there hasn't been a rival schools game, and that's one of the smoothest fighting games I've ever played on a console. And that has a bunch of characters that they've brought back in like Capcom versus only Japanese characters 5, and it's like, oh, there you are, Batsu.
Tatsunoko versus
Yeah, that
Capcom?
one. Yeah, where it was just like, oh, cool. Fucking Batsu's in the first game since like 2001, and then like this
He was
one.
the only reason I wanted to play Tatsunoko.
Yeah.
Well, that and the G-Force, because I actually know who those characters are.
Right.
And I like how iconic the Fetus of God stage is.
The Fetus of God?
Yeah.
At the end?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Let me see. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, there's babies, so we got to get past
Not that. Not that.
Oh my god. This it?
No. You'll know the Fetus of God.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the level.
Well, I mean, there's also like 3 Darkstalkers games.
That's true. Yeah, this is Darkstalkers
If you just type
Revenge.
Fetus of God, it'll come out.
Is that what the level's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hold on. I'm just more curious about that now. Fetus of God remix. What? Oh, what?
Yeah, you literally one of the games is like you're fighting as a new god is being born, and that's it in the background.
Oh my god.
It's a cute little demonic baby.
Yeah, I'm glad they don't remake this in HD. I don't want to see this in 4K. I'm not okay seeing it in 720. It's got. When do gods have eyes on their feet? The fuck is happening?
They're
When was
gods.
the last time you saw a god?
In the mirror?
Don't they describe angels as things with like 12 eyes?
Yeah.
And like in circles? Yeah, but this is a humanoid baby. Oh, its eyes open. Fuck,
Yeah.
this is weird. I wouldn't even be able to play the fucking game. I'd just be looking at that weird womb baby.
That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of the because that guy's also really hard to fight. Jeddah.
Jesus, man. And I mean that in the non-birth of a god way. Technically, is this what Jesus looked like in the womb? Is this what it looks like? And he's getting like actual juice put into his belly button? It is weird.
Psalms,
That might be what Star-Lord looked like, since he's alien.
To be fair. Ooh, that's even worse.
Psalms literally talks about his foot eye. Yeah. Jesus' famous foot eye.
You know, well, that's how he, yeah, never mind. Was opening his fourth eye being hammered through it. Anyway, long story short, Darkstalkers is a solid franchise. The game is fun. I've played some emulators of it before, and it's a pretty fun game. And then Marvel's Capcom, of course, has those characters, a couple characters in there that are fun to play with. So
That's
your
uncomfy.
very, very uncomfy, and that's your number 3,
Yeah.
which brings me to my number 2. I brought this game up forever. I tried to get Key to play with me on his Steam Deck, but here's the thing. The graphic capacity was too much for Key's Steam Deck because Key's Steam Deck is whack. I'm kidding. Well, it kind of was because it couldn't play this one game that was from the original PlayStation. It was damn near a launch title for the PlayStation, and I've brought it up many times. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It is incredibly dumb, but it is ripe, absolutely ripe for a remix, a redo, a 3D game with real physics. I want what's the one? Unreal Engine? That's the one where it's like the real physics-based collision and whatnot.
I was about to say there's several Unreal Engines.
Give me Unreal, the most Unreal Engine you can get.
We're on 5 right now.
Give me 6. Fuck it. And all you need is some chickens, some tires, a fallen tree.
Who gets to be Mordecai, Badgie? That's
Oh,
very
between
important.
JJ and Marcos being Mordecai and Rigby.
I guess I'm rigged because I'm short.
So, but back to what I was talking about. I want my favorite game, one of my favorite games of all time, One Extreme for the PS1. So the premise of
That's a good one.
So the-
Fuck.
nobody said you could talk, but the premise of the game is downhill racing. International, even though most of them are in the States. It's like Utah, San Francisco, South America, Italy, and I think that's it. There might be in Australia, I think is the other one. And it's downhill extreme sports racing. You have the option of 4 extreme sports bikes, a BMX bike, or even just mountain bike, rollerblades, luge, and skateboard. And so you're tasked with beating everybody. And I literally mean beating everybody down the hill because this game also has combat. So as you can see, the rollerblader can punch and kick to the left and right of them. The luger can punch, the biker can do both, and the skateboarder can punch and kick. And your job is to be fast enough down the hill and past the turns and knock people off of their bikes and off of their feet to win number 1. It's combat downhill racing, and this game is so fucking fun. When it runs smoothly, when you're playing it on an emulator or something, it is so much fun. If you guys can find a fucking copy of this game and play it, it takes forever to load because it is an old game, but by golly, it is so much fun to kick the shit out of people full speed into a rock, they have goalposts where you have to, collect special things. So you're just kicking the shit out of everybody. And you could just maul everybody with real-time physics. You can get your character beat up, and there's like 7 or 8 characters with different levels, and maybe like 10 characters of different levels and skill sets. And some people were better at luge, and some people were better at biking. You could do like a multi-track thing. You could do a multi-thing. I want it so bad because I could play this game today and feel good about myself and my life. My number 2 is One Extreme. And then the sequel, 2 Extreme, was the whole reason why they named it One Extreme, and that one's okay. JJ, you're number 2.
My number 2. All right. So I'm going to go for a deep, deep pull from my childhood. But I'm going to say this one game, but I really mean like all of the franchise.
The genre. Oh, okay.
It is Sylvester and Tweety in Cage Capers. It is a Genesis game. Genesis
Cagey Capers.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I almost put a couple Disney games on my list.
Well, so I was going to put World of Illusion on my list. It's a Mickey Mouse game. Mickey Mouse and Donald
Yeah.
Duck in World of Illusion. It's my favorite Genesis game ever.
Uh-huh.
But it recently got a sequel.
Oh,
So
okay, sure.
Yeah, no. I have that if I want to play it.
Yeah,
Right.
me and JJ were talking about video games like that. Like, is it a hack or a cheat for this list to be like Time Cop, but good? Like the main movie from
I mean,
Jurassic Park, the video game, but good.
Well, I almost put Aladdin from Super Nintendo.
That game is dope.
It's a fun game, but no, the game is fine by itself. I don't need a remake of it because then it would be like Prince of Persia 3D, and I'm like, I don't need to play that game.
Here's what I would want this game to be. Specifically this one. I just want Looney Tunes to come back. I want Looney Tunes video games, goddammit.
Oh, man. The Space Jam game? It's very fun.
The
It's
Bugs
really
Bunny
hard,
game
yeah.
on Super Nintendo was fun.
Yeah, like-
the Roadrunner game was fun.
You know what's funny is like the cartoon like that just came out. Like they didn't just come out; it was 4 years ago. Was really funny. So I was pretty excited for that movie that we didn't get.
Yeah.
Oh, the crime drama or the courtroom drama with the that was it Zaslav who pocketed that shit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lion King that works. Lion King works. Get good. Get good, you fool. Lion King, the video game for SNES, was perfect as it was.
No, it wasn't.
We used to play The Little Mermaid a lot on NES. That game was fun.
I actually have never seen that game.
Oh, it has good music. We played a lot of that before school, and then the other one that we played a lot of was Chippendale Rescue Rangers on the NES. Right,
That's
and then the intro for that is sick as fuck. Like Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers, SNES. Like, I didn't play the music super loud, but this shit.
Slipping through
Yeah.
the cracks.
Oh yeah.
These two gumshoes.
What was it? Little Mermaid. NES. I just want to pull that out.
Scusi.
God, we're so old.
The Tiny Toons game. You might be thinking of Buster Bust Loose. That one almost also made my list. If not that, it was the Olympic sports one, but I don't remember what that one was called.
Try to save her friends.
Oh yeah, and this was the graphics.
Yeah, dude, I've never seen this game before.
Yeah, it's just a side scroller where you're just trying to attack fish, even though they're your friends, and try to just play the game and just play the game through it. But no, I'm with you on bringing back cartoon video games based off of cartoon properties.
Yeah, no. But I picked the Sylvester and Tweety game specifically because while I wasn't a fan of this franchise that I'm about to name, I think it would be a perfect fit for this game. If you made it a modern Sylvester and Tweety game, make it like Sly Cooper.
Oh yeah.
Make
Because they're just doing hijinks.
Yeah, in this game, you play as Sylvester and you try to catch Tweety. That's all it is. And you can move shit around to, like, block the dog or to set up traps to, like, distract Granny.
Right.
That was something...
Bro, Barbie Horse Adventure? Oh, my God.
The funny thing is, bro, I 100% played that game with my sister.
Oh, see, my sisters weren't into games, but it was right there. It was right there at any moment, yeah. Barbie fucking Horse Adventure. You could probably find those games at Goodwill.
Because of my sister, I played Barbie Horse Adventure and the Xena game. Like, those are games that no one...
Oh, you poor soul.
I'm trying to think. My sister made me play games. She didn't really play games like that. She didn't like video games. What?
That was for Badgie.
Oh, high five.
Oh, damn, that wasn't for me. Fuck!
He just took someone's high five. No, but no, these games, like especially like that Space Jam game, was fucking awesome.
Oh, and the
Daffy
Duck
Duck in
Dodgers
Hollywood.
game was fucking amazing.
I heard that one's fucking good. Was it Duck Dodgers?
It was a run and gun platformer.
not Psyduck Dodgers. Hopefully it'll fix.
Duck Dodgers in the 24th in 1/2 century.
I just want to see if they get the music right.
Cartoon was.
Nope, they just used the
This
regular.
was before the show. This is based on the Duck Dodgers shorts, not the Duck Dodgers cartoon.
Dang, look at this.
Yeah, you got like
Sweet, now
4
I got my
guns.
high five.
Oh, there you go.
You could also get a jetpack to like fly over shit. Me and my brother rented this game a lot.
That sounds like a good time. Long play or no? You said Sylvester and Tweety. What was the name of it?
KG Capers.
KG Capers Genesis playthrough. Your number 2.
3?
2.
2.
Marcos,
We up
we're
to
on
2. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're number
I didn't do
2.
this list for once. So my number 2, I actually am gonna switch based on what you said. What you were going downhill reminded me of one of my favorite games. Like I literally played the shit out of this for like good 18 months, really. Also was one of the things that inspired my move to Alaska. And
SSX Tricky. Are you serious? I was
Yeah.
just joking. That was the only snow-based fucking game I played.
well, yeah,
What about Snow Kids?
No, I didn't play that. I actually only played the demo for SSX Tricky, to be fair.
SSX Tricky was, it's so weird that there was so much work put into this game. Like, I looked up who was the voice actors in this game. Lucy Liu, David Arquette, Billy Zane, Oliver Platt. Like,
Not now, Zane.
like had so many people in it that for no reason, and it's just like a goofy, like it's kind of a Tony Hawk clone, but yes.
But it's downhill. It's a completely different identity, and it's so much. It's a different gameplay. It's so much fun because like you could eat it really hard in this game, and it's
they
very
had
fun.
super moves that you can't do.
Yeah.
Like I believe there was like a hippie dude that would break dance on his board.
Uh-huh.
Your feet don't leave the board. But yeah, this was one of the most fun games, and like when you're in the, I don't know, I guess the shop where you dress up your character, they're just chilling, drinking hot coffee or hot cocoa, and I was like, that's the life that I want.
Yeah. Recently, Ubisoft.
That's the guy that breakdances.
Ubisoft, like 2-3 years ago, made a downhill snowboarding and skiing game.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called, but when they showed the trailer, like everyone was like, "SSX Tricky, come on,
let's do it."
And then it ended up being like a realistic, like kind of snowboarding downhill game, and everyone's like, "Man."
Right.
I need non-realistic, funny. Like all the characters are like cartoons, 100%. Like
I'm
I
pretty
think,
sure that dude is also in Ready to Rumble boxing.
well, I think the one that Oliver Platt plays is just a giant fat guy. Like,
Steep.
yeah,
It's called Steep is the game. Is
Yeah.
that the one I'm? Is that the one?
that's the one that
JJ.
JJ is mentioning. That is like a
The
real game.
Ubisoft one, yeah.
Right.
And it's online.
Is it that one? No, because there's another one that looks similar to this. It's not snowboards, but it's like bikes and like you can like paraglide down mountains and stuff. It's very similar. I forget the name of the game though. But it looks almost identical to this, except there's no snowboarding to my understanding. It's only like bikes and like all-terrain skateboards and stuff like that. I forgot the name of the game, and I can't. I tried googling it, but no, man, old classic downhill racing is where it's at, and. I mean, they got the Forzas and the Gran Turismos, but where's the whimsical fun racing games, you know? Fortnite, absorb a racing game and take those, but
There's racing on Fortnite.
like downhill racing like this?
Not downhill racing.
Well, it needs to be downhill racing. Well, I just want whimsical, non-Mario Kart style
Well,
games.
It's kind of.
I mean, you can make. Fortnite lets you like make your own custom games, so there probably is a downhill like racing one.
I definitely played as Brody, who was voiced by Billy Zane. It's kind of funny. Oh, I forgot that they had relationships in the game. That it was like, yeah, that guy's my friend. Fuck that guy.
Hey, you need stakes. You need stakes in games like that, and you need rivalries.
See?
I don't know about you. I could do that shit. That shit's tight. You just gotta get magnets on your feet. That's all. It's all just magnets, Marcos. But that is your
How do they work?
Kamala Harris supporters. Those guys. Anyway, that is your number 2, SSX Tricky, which
Tricky.
I think they were trying to call it sex
Rocking
tricky,
around, that's
but
right on time.
Eddie was my guy.
my number honorable mention, because it's non honorable mention time. These are games that I like didn't want as bad but deserve, and you guys definitely don't have any of these, I'm sure. We mentioned NBA Jam, mentioned Burnout, Legend of Mystical Ninja. That was a game I played on Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, Super Nintendo. But like, I think there is a new one, right?
There,
A 3D one.
There is a spiritual successor by the original creator of Goemon's Great Adventure. So that one's the N64 one.
Right.
It just released like 6 months ago.
A re-release?
No, not. It's not. They can't call it Goemon because Konami owns those rights.
Uh-huh.
But it's basically Goemon.
Gotcha.
I forgot
know
what
what it's
it was
called?
Juan might know it if.
I do like that people have different favorite
Let me-
SSX
characters?
snowboarders.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's. I mean, somebody said that Lil Nas X looks like one of the creative skaters or characters in that game. But other game, Ken Griffey Jr.'s Major League Baseball.
Bakeru.
Bakeru.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Bakeru.
Bakeru.
I would have figured that out. Maybe. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Bakeru.
2 months ago.
Damn, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's basically the 3D Mystical Ninja game. Just
Oh, even the music's the same.
yeah, it's the original creator. I think it's a handful of the original development team.
That is too close to the music because that's how the music is in that old game. Hold on. Give this a listen. Okay, now give me a second while I look up Legend of Mystical Ninja SNES first level. That's crazy that they did it like that. This is just a chiller version of that. Oh, I love this game so much. It's hard as fuck, but it is a very fun and rewarding game. Oh my god, that game gives me anxiety. Burnout, and then of course, well maybe, I don't think you guys you guys are Zelda people?
Yeah.
You're more, but it's not on your list, yeah?
I'm not a Nintendo kid.
Yeah, so
They just released a Zelda game
but I once again going back to my hard-headedness.
where Zelda is actually the playable character, and she beats the shit out of Ganon with a chair.
That's right. That is right. Ocarina of Time, Unreal Engine. I like Unreal Engine things to kill me. I just want
you could remake your favorite childhood game?
I just want Legend of Zelda. There you go. I just want Ocarina of Time to look like that and to play a little smoother, and to have like lighting and texture and stuff. I mean, someone did it in Unreal Tournament. Oh, no, not that. That's not Zelda. That's not Zelda. That's a guy shooting somebody. But like,
Want to see me gank this dog?
yeah. But yeah, I want like a 3D rendered like super high def Ocarina of Time. That would be a lot of fun.
Is coming.
I mean, no, they like their cartoony stuff. They might do it in fuck, what's the name of the new
But
games?
Nintendo is the king of remakes. Like at some point they'll get around.
They already remade Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, but if
On
they
the
make
3DS.
but if they make it Breath of the Wild style, like they just put the engine together and make it the same game, that'd be interesting. But my number one has been a game I've brought up.
I got an honorable.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna let you just go when it was your turn, but it's
Oh, okay. All right, we'll do it that way.
yeah. My number one though, I've brought this game up over time and time again, but I've been gone for 2 months, and I need to remind you. This game is a game talking about games we played before school. You could get a couple games in, a couple battles in even, and an HD remix with more weapons options, more robots, more walking mechanisms and flying mechanisms and camera movements and better graphics so you can kind of see what the fuck's going on. My number one is PS1's Robo Pit. I've talked about this game time and time again. Look at this shit.
I dig the soundtrack.
So you can see that there needs some graphic updates to that. But the premise of RoboPit is a 3D arena fighter where you have your base robot with base coloring. You can color the legs, the body, and the hands. And you can change the eyes, and then you can change the way your legs move. You can change the way your body is shaped and the way your arms move, and just generally the way you look. And so in the game, you get your base level stats, and then as you play, you fight other people with different weapons. So in this instance, you're playing a character with a crossbow on the right hand, a spear on the left hand, and you have creepy crawly legs, and you're playing against a person with tank legs, or no, this is like a tricycle legs, and I want to say those are two like punching hands or whatever. And when you beat them, you can decide whether you want to take their limbs or not. And so at a certain point, you would be like, okay, I want one rocket arm and I want one shield. And you'd be able to take their fucking shield and then hope for the rocket arm level. There you go, 2 javelins. So they have different power levels, different stats, and you just try to rank your name up by going up and fighting as high as you can get until you're the number 1 robot. And so you can skip ahead. And so like this guy has, shit, I don't even know what those are. Ready, fight. So there's laser blasts. So you can have laser blasts that do a certain amount of damage. And you can see how it's kind of skirting a little bit faster side to side. You can choose different ones that have like terrain options. Some of them are hovercrafts so they can go over hills and stuff better. I want this game, fucking make it battle royale even, make it 1v1 me, you little punk ass. But you can have a different combo of things, and obviously there's going to be a meta of different types of fighters and different type of combinations where some are more advantageous than others. And this game runs pretty okay nowadays, but it's obviously a very, very old game. But you can ring out. Oh, actually, is he gonna ring out him? Let me see. Oh, he didn't ring out him, but so you just have to fight to the death. You can name them whatever you want, and they got sweet, sweet explosion, and then he goes, "You win." Do it. Yeah. And then so like, what was this guy's weapons? I don't know. Is it gonna tell me? You get 11 points. Lasers. So yeah. And you can take one of them, and that's it. And so you have just different leveling systems, different things, and you could put like rare loot arms, or if you beat a guy, he has a rare like design on the arm, and fucking make it all free, because I don't fuck with that. This game was all free when you bought it, and that's it. But look at Ninja Bob, Dodger, Boomer. They had just all sorts of random names, and they just randomly combinated these robots, and so you didn't know what you were gonna go against. So if you have 1,000 fucking different elements, and no, the Gundam games are cool, but I need simplicity. I need like right punch, left punch.
I was about to say, like, when he brought up Gundam games, I don't think any of them are that difficult, but most people bring up Armored Core, and I'm like, I get lost.
Right.
When
What's it? Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, I'll let you finish, and then
Well, there
it's
was
in my honorable mention.
Well, there was another game that my brother used to play that was Japanese, and it was a robo fighting game. Fuck, what was it called? This PS2 Japanese.
It might be on my honorable mentions.
Fighting game.
Virtual On?
No. Oh, damn it. Well, there's
Custom
Gundam Battle
Robo?
Assault. No, it was what it was is we bought it because it was on a demo disc, and we fucking ruled. But it was essentially it was like Ender's Game, where like the pilots were kids, and it was like you'd have to like strafe super fast, and it was kind of like lock-on targeted type of laser fighting. Not Robotech, not Robotech. It was
I don't think
faster.
Robotech got a good game. I may be wrong, but I don't think they did.
He's PS2 robot game. I don't think it was PS3. PS2 robot mech game. It's gonna come to me. Zone of the Enders. Got it.
Oh,
Shit. Zone.
that's a Kojima game.
Is that really?
Yeah.
That makes sense now that I know it. Zone of the Enders PS2. I like how Google's like, oh, Zone of the Enders, you got it. This was like the closest to like a game with that type of like quick combat fighting, but yeah, give me different fighting styles. Make it like this. You kind of lock onto each other a little bit. You can run some shit. Yeah, fuck it. That's my number one. Robo Pit. Give me Robo Pit. I don't even know who owns it anymore, but I want it, and you got to give it to me. Or look how simple it was. You could probably make it on fucking Unreal Engine 5 at your house and just let me play the original game. But that is my number one. JJ, you're number one.
Well, first I'm going to go through some honorable mentions.
There you go.
'cause they're all in the same vein as what you were talking about. Custom Robo for the
That's
GameCube.
right. Yeah, that was one that I think we rented.
Yeah. Custom Robo was very good. Virtual On, that was an arcade one, so you actually had like the dual pilot sticks.
Right.
Virtual On I loved, but it's also in Japan they still make them because they're still arcades.
What is it called? Virtual Alon?
Virtual On.
Virtual On
Yeah.
game.
I think the pinballs here had the first one.
Oh shit.
But yeah, and it was dope because it came out when
Hey, 2017.
yeah, no, they still make them in Japan.
Oh,
They're still popular over there. I don't know if we get them over here anymore. But,
very cool.
But no, yeah, Custom Robo and like they mentioned, the reason they didn't make my list was because there are games that exist that kind of scratch that itch for me.
Right.
Armored Core, Mech Assault, and the Gundam Builders games. They all kind of like, they're not exactly the same. They're not the one-to-one comparison, but they scratch
Robot
that
fights.
itch. Yeah,
It's fun.
Virtual On is probably a little closer to something like Armored Core, but yeah. I have another honorable mention, Drakengard. Drakengard. So if you ever played, oh god damn it, Dynasty Warriors.
I know of it. I never played that. I don't play the Japanese types of games.
Never mind.
Well, I didn't like 2 or 3 as much as 1, but Dynasty Warriors, you're essentially like this one badass of Chinese legend.
Right.
And you're taking on 1,000 dudes at once, and you're just like wailing on them, pulling off crazy combos and stuff.
Right.
It just looks super cool. Drakengard 1 was that, only you also got to fly a dragon into battle.
That fucking works for me.
And
that
you
works
could
for
call
me.
in the dragon and be like, flame these fuckers.
Jesus Christ. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I dug the first Drakengard a lot, but after 1, I don't know what happened, if they changed development studios.
Hold on. Drakengard sucks, but it's genius. Is that an accurate way to put it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't work in modern day because
Sorry.
since it was a PS2 game, the map was pretty empty. Like
That's
you had to go and find those guys, but it's still the same like Dynasty Warriors formula. Dynasty Warriors does
Hey, your other favorite thing, French fries.
Dynasty Warriors does the Drakengard formula better, but you don't get a dragon.
Right.
And there's no flying combat. Or
This
nothing.
is worth the price of admission. It's a fucking dragons.
Yeah.
Spyro mechanics.
And it works
Interesting.
kind of like the movie Dragonheart.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna fuck up his name, but Zaslav, the WB guy, said that he's only focusing on 4 franchises, and one of them is Game of Thrones. So you might get something like this, just so you know. Just because whenever I watch the dragons fight, it looks like House of Dragon.
Yeah. No,
Hold on. Joey Bear, maybe I can find these. WWF made Drakengard, Final Fantasy X2, and DMC look like the coolest shit ever when they did ad spots for them.
Yeah.
Is that how you found out about the game?
no. Well, maybe I saw maybe the first time I saw the commercial was on WWF, but they advertised the first one pretty heavily. Like,
Hold on.
I
found it.
remember seeing commercials for the first one and going like, I gotta play the fuck out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hold on.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna go play Drakengard right now.
Fuck Backlash.
AEW does that kind of thing.
Oh, I thought they were gonna show like gameplay or something. Or
No, AEW will straight up, like, whenever the AEW interacts with another thing, like, they had a Texas Chainsaw match because they were sponsored by Texas Chainsaw, the Netflix
Smart.
movie.
Yeah.
They're sponsored by the Costco guys right now.
And
So
DC Comics.
So the Costco guys are getting a match at the next pay-per-view.
We're Costco guys. Sorry.
They're
Hold
living
on.
your dream, bro. I'm
No,
sorry.
they're not.
You
I don't
wanted to
wanna
get sponsored by Costco.
I don't. Well, okay, that's actually true. I didn't think of it that way. Actually, no. Correction. I want to be sponsored by Kirkland. Let's get that right. Second of all, I will not do it at the expense of exploiting my child, who is 12, and for some reason
man.
his voice is not going to drive.
He's also exploiting somebody else's child.
Oh yeah, it's like an 8-year-old who is like an actual baby. But like, don't get.
I can't believe we were laughing at the Black Panther video, and now he's the Rizzler.
Right, yeah, I was like, that's just a baby. That was my Halloween episode. I had a whole segment on the Costco guys. Also, because my girlfriend won't let me do it anymore, double chunk chocolate cookie. Sorry, she for some reason it gets like into her monkey brain of just like, I hate that. And so I said it like twice, and she's like, can you please stop? And I'm like, okay, I won't do it again. But she's not watching by now, so double chunk chocolate cookie. If she is, I'm sorry. But anyway, but yeah, continue with Drakengard.
Well, that's just my honorable mention.
Right.
I had another one, but I lost it.
That's fine.
Doesn't matter. So, without further ado, my number Juan. This is a game that me and my brother Juan played a lot before school, after school, not during school because it was on PS1 and we didn't have the cool fucking screen. That
You're right. We didn't have the briefcase.
we barely had the PS1.
Right.
And it is highly influential in that this game pretty much standardized modern controllers. Ape Escape. Fucking Ape
Oh,
Escape,
have they
baby.
not made new one of that?
No.
Oh my
It's
god.
a dead franchise. I think the last one was on PS3. No, they might have been a launch title on PS4. But yeah,
Escape.
they haven't made a new Ape Escape in quite a while, and Sony actually kind of killed the studio that makes these.
What's new? Fucking what's new?
Well, they didn't kill it. I think they're still part of Sony. They just shut down the studio. Like, they're not,
I don't know how that works.
because it was already an in-house studio. So like all those people probably were just moved somewhere else to. This was the experimental studio.
Well, your
This
brother
was-
just called you out though. There is an Ape Escape level in Astrobot. So
Yeah.
Wrong. Canceled. Your pick is Dragon
Damn,
Quest.
you didn't pick the one I left for you. That's kind of weird.
I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, that was the other honorable mention.
Which one?
Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh, you love that game. Yeah. Well, that's also yeah. Was there even a second one?
Yeah, there was a second.
Okay.
Second one, but
Ghoul Patrol.
No, that's fine. But look at this. Look at this high
And
quality
it was
animation.
recently re-released on the Switch, like 2 years ago. But just a re-release,
Right.
not a remaster. The reason I didn't put Zombies Ate My Neighbors on my list is because I don't know what a modern version of that looks like. The first one was an isometric pseudo shooter where you,
Right.
you know, go around picking up people. I don't know if that formula works in 3D.
There's lots of hedges though. So you could kind of hide and get spooked by zombies, and you could hear noises punching through shrubberies
Maybe
and
it
whatnot.
works in virtual reality. A VR zombie.
Tommy would probably pee himself in excitement if he had because he loves that game too, and he would be fucking ecstatic. Honestly, I thought there was no
Yeah.
humans in Ape Escape. I thought it was all ape monkeys.
Someone
I
has
didn't
to
know.
catch the apes.
I guess this is all new to me. I'm actually completely blind to this franchise because I thought it was just monkeys.
No,
It's
yeah,
one of TJ's favorites too.
it's great. It's because of this that we have analog controllers. All the weapons worked with the analog. You had to use the face buttons to swap weapons.
Gotcha.
And then you used your analog to like actually swing.
I see.
And, like the hula hoop, you had to move the right stick to like actually spin the hula hoop.
Oh my
then you
God.
run.
Oh,
But
Sorry, my
all
brain
the
went to a
weapons were
random
really
place.
creative. All the gadgets were really cool.
So it broke new ground, is what you're saying.
For-
Oh, there's
yeah,
the ape.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's shooting at you. What the fuck?
And then you catch them.
Yeah. Ape Escape. I get it now.
Escaped and you gotta catch 'em.
I
I
get
don't
it
think
now.
they're apes though. I think they're monkeys.
They are monkeys.
well,
Well, monkey escape doesn't rhyme.
yeah, Monkey Escope is not the same.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre versus Wisconsin Chainsaw Massacre.
I don't know if that works.
No, that's it's based on Ed Gein, who lived in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin,
Texas, Wisconsin Chainsaw Massacre doesn't sound cool.
Also, I don't think he used a chainsaw.
You didn't.
Well, Wisconsin Clown Massacre does sound
He just
correct,
shot
though.
people.
He didn't dress up as a clown. That's Gacy though.
Oh, who's what am I thinking about?
You're thinking of Gacy.
Gacy.
Oh,
John Wayne Gacy.
I don't know where he's from.
I don't know serial killers. Fuck them. Anyway,
Somebody asked us once to do top 5 killers, and I was like, I don't know about.
me on the mic for shizzle.
I mean, I could name a few, but I wouldn't want
I would
to.
feel bad ranking them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
putting a top 5 in front of that doesn't.
No. Well, my thing was Hitler killed himself. That would have been my pick, but he also killed a whole lot of other people, so can't do that. The guy who killed Osama bin Laden said he wanted a male concubine, so I don't know about that. Anyway, moving on. You saw it.
No, I only have Twitter, so I see every time somebody says something that bad, and he was like, "I didn't mean I would fuck them. I said I would eat them," and I was like, "That's not.
Nope,
that's
no.
not better."
Yeah, both are wrong. Ape escape.
But yeah, someone also mentioned in the chat that the majority of the people that made Ape Escape are now making Astrobot, and Astrobot is a different type of game.
Right.
It has similar moments, and there's a level that's based off Ape Escape, but you can see that like whimsy and that
Yeah.
fun factor, because this was Sony's experimental studio. These were the ones that are like, whatever fucking crackpot idea, so long as it's cheap,
Right.
you can make it. And yeah,
Joey, you can stop seeing ads by just subscribing. It costs $1. If you got Amazon Prime, like you already have the ability to get rid of these ads.
Yeah, yeah. Why are you yelling at him? It's okay. Bringing
he's
back
coming to
ham
complain about
taro,
the
ham
ads.
heartbreak. Hey, I enjoy me some ham taros from time to time. But you're number one, Ape Escape. I'm gonna call it that from here on out. But Marcos, now your honorable menciones.
This one right off the bat, we can do now that Russia's a really, really bad guy again. Command and Conquer Red Alert.
I'm going to the one place that hasn't been ravaged by capitalism.
The moon. It's just a top level
Top down
strategy game.
real-time strategy.
RTS, yeah.
But the cutscenes are really funny just because
They were FMV. That,
I guess I just want FMV to come back in general. Tim Curry's in it.
yeah.
What?
He's the one that does the spurs.
You really do just want these movies back. You know, we could do this. I'm sure we
could.
We could
We don't have the budget to get Stalin back.
No,
Castro's right there, bud.
I see a different hat. Well, no, it's okay.
And a cigar.
Okay. Hold on. We can make a choose your own adventure for sure. We can shoot a choose your own adventure for sure in this format.
I think you could just upload that to YouTube.
Dude, just type Tim Curry. Like,
Okay,
Red
fine.
Alert Tim
Red
Curry.
Alert Tim Curry or Red Alert Space.
Tim Curry space capitalism was the. Oh my god! Stop it! But it's an old computer. I know.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space.
You'd be
Fucking-
shocked at the amount of times I've been able to use that game.
Fucking Nigel Thornberry, man.
Smashing.
Why did he hold it so hard?
Everyone hams it up in these, man. All the FMVs are great.
Wait, Gina Carano was in one before we found out she was a nut. Oh my god.
I didn't know. I thought she was still an MMA fighter because these games are from like 2002. Like they're old as fuck.
Hold on, Gina Carano, Red Alert 3. Let's see.
Red Alert 3. She probably is like bear person. Yep, that's the person on the cover that like has a bear that attacks with her. Bro, already bust a nut.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, she used to be gorgeous, or she was always gorgeous, but now she's.
I mean,
crazy.
she's still gorgeous. She's
Yeah.
just like probably not someone you want to talk to.
just fucking crazy. Anyway,
Next honorable mention, really quick, is because it would just be a fun like whatever game, probably like Hades that you could pass in 2 hours. Tubin.
Tubin.
It's just a game about tubing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, NES. What? You're telling me I could have played this as opposed to just go with you guys?
No.
I would have pictured doing this when we were actually. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like and could have looked like in my head, except there's not guys shooting at me.
You
Get
collect
those
some
six
beer.
packs. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out for those sticks, though, bud.
Are those like speed up rapids?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're boosts. Use the boost to get through.
This is insane.
They have it at the Cidercade. That's the.
That's
the
I didn't know this was like. I'd never seen this at all ever.
The box art is actually so delightful.
Yeah. Like kids going down a waterfall.
Stupid NES cover. Let me see. That person's fucking ripped, dude. That's drunk as shit.
That's an average kid in 1983. Bro.
Yeah, that kid is 13 years old. Oh my god, he's holding a soda for America. Oh, it's Game Boy Color. Oh my god, is that a shark? Oh, it's a gator. That's way more extreme than I could ever expect it to be. Jesus Christ.
That is a distinct possibility.
We could have done a real-time strategy tubing one afternoon, or those video, what do they call it? FMVs?
Yeah.
Fucking do it. We could have done that with a GoPro. It's just been like left or right, left.
I'm glad you're being infected by my love of FMVs. And
Oh my god. I don't know. It's just I watched more Red Letter Media last night, and that made me happy despite what's been going on in the world. So maybe I need to watch some of these. But what's your actual pick?
So my actual one is kind of weird, just in the sense that like nobody gives a fuck about racing games. No one gives a fuck about sea monsters, and I just wanted to put them back together and bring back basically Hydro Thunder, but cooler. It's called a Cobra Triangle.
Cobra Triangle NES.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an old.
What type of? How am I not finding these NES games? I thought I would see a review of
The
all.
funny
of them.
thing is, when you type in top 100 NES or like any of these games, you didn't play. I didn't play most of them.
Right. Well, I had RC Pro Am. This feels like RC Pro Am. This is exactly RC Pro Am. I'm pretty sure it's the same company. Because it's the same angle. It's the same like watery
Isometric.
physics. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to be able to race my friends now, and then just.
Oh yeah.
And also, in general, Hydro Thunder was pretty fun.
I loved Hydro Thunder.
Hydro Thunder.
Hydro Thunder.
It was just strictly you play this at the arcade.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was on N64 as well, I think.
Oh yeah.
You didn't play it on N64 though.
Nah,
No, but this was like yeah.
I purposely went to the movie theater early just so I could play Hydro Thunder.
So you just want boat racing is your thing.
Well, I liked Cobra Triangle because the Kraken and then sea serpents appear and shit like that.
Hold on, I must know. Cobra Triangle creator. Rare, and then
Goddamn, Mark, where are you finding these hidden gems? I'm old. That's all it comes through. Like, I played this game on a Super Nintendo for sure.
Oh, it is Rare. Okay, cool. It was both Rare. It was both people who made fucking Donkey Kong. Yeah, Cobra Triangle is a 1989 racing game developed by Rare and published for Nintendo. RC Pro-Am is developed by Rare and published by Nintendo. Yeah.
That was
Okay,
also
that makes
on the
sense.
list that I saw, top 100 games.
Oh, RC Pro-Am, it's good as it is. I love that game so much, and it's fucking great. And the music's great, too.
Oh, I played this game. I sucked at it.
But yeah, but like, look at the physics. Same thing. Same kind of like speed, same slipping around. God,
This
I
game's
used to,
also at the Cidercade.
I used to be so fucking good at this game. And then I just like you have to just remember the tracks and the turns and stuff like that, and you just have to get locked in. And I don't have the ability to do that anymore,
Kind of
unfortunately.
all racing games.
And then really quick,
Yeah.
like finger in the chest, Capcom, make another Mega Man game.
Oh,
Bring back Mega Man Legends, damn it.
Stop re-releasing the old Mega Mans. We're done. Make new Mega Mans. Mega Man
Capcom
even.
in general has that problem where they keep re-releasing Pocket Fighter, Rival Schools, and shit like that.
They
And
never
I'm-
released Rival Schools.
No, they re-released it in a game pack.
No, they
like,
didn't, did
Zach,
they?
Zach played it. I
Fuck,
played it at
hold on.
Zach's, and it was on his Switch.
What?
It was like some sort of Nintendo Capcom game pack.
Oh no. But wait, what? There isn't a Rival Schools game on Nintendo Switch.
The one that I played, I thought maybe it was an emulator or
It was
something.
probably an emulator, yeah, because Project Justice was. It's like two games. I forget. United by Fate and Project Justice. Oh, what? Yeah.
See,
What?
Rebels. Yeah, see.
Hold on. I gotta go buy this. I gotta get my Rival Schools Switch. Wait, what? Why does it say that there wasn't one?
Maybe
Hold
because it's not
on.
standalone
Unless
and
it's
it's
not
part
out
of a
yet.
collection.
Oh my God. Oh wait, there it is. Tengo Esperanza que. Wait, is this just a wish? I hope it happens one day. No, yeah, we got bamboozled.
I mean, I remember playing it at Zach's, but it might have been some sort of emulator, honestly.
That game's so much fucking fun.
Castlevania. You have a Castlevania in the last 8 years. I don't know what to tell you.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna buy the Marvel vs. Capcom collection on PS4 because I like physical media, and they're gonna try to eliminate video games because they make you masturbate too much. So good luck with that. I'm sorry, I just had to bring it back.
You
one more time.
masturbate too.
The Project 2025 doesn't want you to masturbate, and so they're gonna get rid of video games. So
I'll still masturbate.
yeah, like that's kind of the thing. It's like, okay, just save a couple vids, you'll be fine. But I mean,
I like to see them send their hottest women to try and stop me.
but that's your number 5. Number 1.
One.
What the
Uno.
fuck?
I'm tired, bro.
That's been our number 5. That's been all of our number 5s. Let us know in the comments what you want to see brought back in an HD Remix Ultimate Edition. Thank you so much for everybody who joined us. Thank you for those who stuck around after a rousing conversation. That might be split. I'm not sure. From the other episodes, but it's worth keeping up no matter what. So, in the meantime, Marcos, thank you for showing up and being here. JJ, thank you so much for being here. And, of course, everybody out there, thank you for being you. We'll be here. I'm back for a little bit. Tuesday is sports. I'm not going to be on that shit, but Thursday is going to be something else, and I'll probably be on that one. Which one's that one?
I was gonna say, I mean, if you want to get Tommy involved, you can do compas before you leave. But if not, I was gonna get Mas o Menos. I was gonna wait. I was gonna ask you after the show to see what you wanted to do.
We'll figure it out. I'll be on Thursday's show regardless. So everybody fucking chill out this weekend and relax and have a good time. And stock up on abortion pills. All right, everybody. Bye. Wait, nope, that's you guys. I don't want to do that.
Good night.
Nope, that's them. I don't want to do that either.
Night, everybody.
Oh, why is that so loud? Why is it so loud? This show's too loud.